Welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I know I was supposed to start an hour ago. We're playing some Girls Frontline, doing the new event. Thanks for the hydrate, Golden. How you doing? Doing the new event, which is uh it ends really soon. It ends in 2 days. Look, I have been traveling all month. All month, and I don't want it to be tomorrow. I fear tomorrow because that's when my vacation ends, and I'm like, I just don't make me actually work. I don't remember how to do that anymore. Please, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. but, we're gonna do some Girls Frontline 2, reading the Echo of Dawn event. I've heard it's decently short, so hopefully our late start time won't be too bad. With that said, the reason I was an hour late is I was watching the Grand Archive finals for their Worlds event. I think it's annual Worlds with the lovely Shoku Waddles. So, hey, if you're on Twitch, check them out. But beyond that, how y'all doing? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Say yes. Say yes. Anyways, now that we're back, honestly, I did go to Offkai. It was a lot of fun. I feel like we should talk more about it like in another stream, just because Girls Frontline streams, let's be honest, I'm just here playing a visual novel that I really like and reading it, and it's hard to talk about other things when you're reading a visual novel, right? Because it's like a wall of text. just a brick wall of text, you know what I mean? Oh well, we've done all the events. We will continue to play Girls Frontline. Mark this. The day comes when I inevitably have to miss an event is the day I get fed up and rage quit the game like a stinky baby. But we can't rage quit yet. Springfield is the next character. Oh, my wife. Springfield. I need her. I need it. Please. That's just, you know how it is. It gets so lonely in the pit without my waifus. I haven't played GFO1 in so long. With that said, so I have to prep everything because Girls Frontline is stinky and forces me to share my main window screen, and I hate it because it's gross. Another reason. One day I'll miss an event. And get fed up and quit. I'm telling ya. With that said, how y'all doing though? I hope you're doing good. Let me set up some things. We are a little bit of a mess today, mostly me avoiding the inevitable, but that's okay. All right. Why is there no Girls Frontline? Girls Frontline? Hold please. Hold please. Well, that's a little unusual. That's not supposed to be what happens. Interesting. How about... There we go. A little scuff to brighten up your day. There we go. Alrighty then. So, welcome back to Girls Frontline 2. Might be wondering who is hanging out with us. It is Zhaohui, the current recruitable character. She is cool. I love her design, and I like that she has a grappling hook. Unfortunately, she is essentially a water mobility character who doesn't really offer much else. She would be good for when I pull Springfield, but Springfield's the next character. Sorry, Zhaohui. I got more important things to do. So we will not be pulling for Zhaohui. For those of you who do want her, well, you got like 2 days because I couldn't do the event. She is like some crowd control and massive mobility. She has interesting stuff, but If you need like a meta damage pick, she won't be the one, which is fine. The game's not hard, but still. Anyways, I know. Normally I'm all about pulling on stream, but like I gotta save up. It's Springfield. It's Springfield hours. You don't understand. The whole reason I played GFL 1. Oh, let's bring those supply tickets before I forget. I don't want to. I haven't bought anything at the shop yet. I have so much money. I haven't purchased anything. I've been stockpiling money. How much money do we have at the shop? 29,000. That's fine. That's fine. So with that said, how is the audio doing? What's the audio doing? Looks like it's decent. Okay. Cool. Cool. So, nice music though. And again, Zhaohui, love her design. Girl is gorgeous and is killing it. But hey, you know how it is. You know how it is. It's a gacha. You gotta pick and choose sometimes. So with that said, we got our story going in. Let's take a look. No side paths. No side paths and a total of 10 story nodes. Okay. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I think it's been like a month and a half, right? 5 weeks? It's been a little while. I will play my weird gacha visual novel, and you will come here and like it. Creak. With deafening screech, the doors to the intercontinental train car slowly grind open. A green-tinted figure rides the flow of the crowd into the cabin, striding over to her cramped window seat. Hey, there is our girl. I'm on the train. I'll be back once the request is complete. Diane will manage the squad's affairs while I'm away. I will urge everyone to rationally consider my proposal. Thanks for the hydrate. Okay. Is this like a side event or is this main story? Because GFL does this thing where they stick main story in the events and I hate it, but it's what we get. Okay. Zhaohui is proposing the group chat. I think they should accept and record. I mean, what? Anyways, somewhere in a place where she cannot see, a gigantic MVV is encamped in the wilderness over 10 kilometers away from the supply station. Metal shutters close over armored glass of the cabin, obscuring everything from view. With nothing to look at, Zhaohui shifts her gaze inside the cabin. More and more people file in, filling up the seats around her. Oh, it's like the plane flights I keep taking. As the loud whistles, the armored, fully loaded train lurches into motion, gradually picking up speed as it pulls out of the tiny supply station. 1 week ago aboard the Elmo, so I'm assuming this is main story. The Elmo is once again set off after the mission to render assistance to 404. We're heading toward Liev to keep our promise of Kalina. All right, this is the squad that went to Liev to meet up with Kalina with the baby. Hey Franco, how you doing? Ever since we got up in this crazy commission, the masterminds hidden within the shadows have come to the fore. As a result, the agreement that bound me for 10 years has begun to lapse, and the dolls who just so happened to return to the Elmo have grown. While meeting old friends is a joyous occasion, it does lead to awkward moments. For instance, I heard of Obshares. A place like this does seem to be the case. What should we do about them, Commander? Kill them all, Diane. I don't know what an Obshare is. Are there herds of animals still? World War III kind of destroyed the Earth in this world. Who knows? I reflexively began issuing orders to the dolls to get into action and minimize damage to the undercarriage. Are we running over the herd? Jeez. All right. All right. The Teresi, Macchiato, guard the forward engine. Monsoon squad covers the engine. Are Obshares a kind of Elid? Is that a zombie? That must be a zombie name. I'm just not paying attention. Zhaohui. Understood. Right. Wa 2000. Macchiato is Wa 2000, which means she is a German gun. I guess they're both German, aren't they? It's time for me to show myself. They used to lean into the nationality of the guns way more, but since Girls Frontline 2, the girls are now more independent and able to pick their own names and stuff. That That is less strong in their characterization. They finish giving orders, the dolls reply in the affirmative, one after another. Except for the one in green stroking her knife as she quirks up an eyebrow. Oh shit, she's quirked up and she's got a knife. Am I part of this operation too? Well, am I? Realizing what I've done, I look at Zhaohui. This bare smile fades from my face. During the years I left Griffin, Diane, Zheng Yu, and CZ75, who hadn't arrived in time to meet me. Oh hey, we are getting CZ75. Found each other in the contamination zones, traveled together, and formed the Band-Cum Tactical Squad, Monsoon Squad. Okay. Their Latin is correct. Band-Cum Tactical Squad is a correct way to say it, but I don't like it. It's weird. It's a weird way to say it. When Diane Jingyu came to my aid, Zhaohui, the leader, accompanied them without complaint. Strictly speaking, she and her squad aren't part of the Elmo, and I don't have any authority over her. I'm sorry, I barked orders without realizing it. I didn't seek your opinion on the matter. This is something of an emergency. If you mind if I borrow 2 of your members? Naturally, if you're willing to help. I don't mind. As the saying goes, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That said, Monsoon Squad has not conducted much joint operations with other tactical units. We're not used to it. What do you mean you're not used to it? Stay in the Elmo a few days and you'll be right at home. Yang Yu walks over, a cheerful smile, and pats Zhaohui on the shoulder. Commander's super trustworthy, you know. When it comes to fighting, just leave everything to her. Right, let's go then. Alright, let's kill zombies. I assume? Rosa hears me as I sigh. Approaching, tactical tablet in hand. Did we have to add tactical? Commander, should we hold a welcome party for Monsoon Squad? We have some decorations left over in the storeroom. Oh, let's leave the welcome for later. We don't know what Monsoon thinks of this, and CZ75 isn't here. Be awkward if they declined our offer. In that case, if we have Monsoon Squad, put on guerrilla performance. They finished an emergency reinforcement mission, so having them put on a show would help them relax. Use this as an opportunity to have a good chat with them. That sounds worth a try. Can you help me make the arrangements, Groza? Leave it to me. Oh, yes, Commander. One more thing. Handing me her tablet, there's a new email from Brief. Investigate unusual verger activity. Yo, Kofa, lock in. We're killing hobos. Brief knows how to saddle me with work. Can we not take this? We just scraped some free time. Commander, the payout for this commission is the biggest we've gotten, and Brief hands out commissions based on contractors' previous performance. Let me guess, we're in the red. Most perceptive, Commander. We spent a lot on the operation to assist 404. I mean, yeah, we kind of got blown up. Now we have more people. We may have to throw ourselves on Miss Callan's mercy when we arrive in Liev. This rate's a mercy if we get to Liev in the first place. Take care of the commission. We'll head out once Monsoon Squad does their show. Understood. I wonder what kind of show they do. I remember they mentioned like a traditional Chinese instrument, so they're probably not like an idol squad. 2 days ago. The lounge is packed with people, even though it's close to midnight. Monsoon Squad's first Guerrilla Live has ended in a rousing success. Marvelous, your dancing was magical, Jiang Yu. Thought Miss Diane's guzheng music was moving too. Oh yeah, there we go, the guzheng. Yeah, that's Diane's instrument she has. It's a traditional Chinese stringed instrument. I think? Or is it the suona? Oh god, I don't know. I've heard Miss Zhaohui's suona accompaniment. Solo near the end was stirring. On hearing people praise him, Jiang Yu puffs up her chest with a smug look. How's that, Commander? I did well, didn't I? You did. My hands are sore from clapping. Too bad we couldn't complete the show because Faye isn't here. If all of Monsoon were here and we had Faye playing the drums, we'd really bring the house down. Is that right, big sis? Zhaohui? Jiang Yu merrily grabs Diane's one hand and Zhaohui with the other, placing herself in the middle. Yes, I do hope Faye will return soon. My sister's been rather listless while handling the drums without Faye around to be her sparring partner. Every member of Monsoon truly is indispensable. Diane smiles and squishes Jiang Yu's cheeks. In contrast, while he puts a suon away, silently takes a step away from the group. That would depend on circumstances. At times, removing an unnecessary chord improves a piece as a whole. Or generic after dark. Why is it after dark? It's light out on some parts of the continent. What's that supposed to mean? When did Big Sis put unnecessary stuff in her work? Aren't any in Monsoon's compositions? The same doesn't apply to others. Zhaohui shoots me a meaningful look. Oh no. Oh no. She's mad that her robot musical troupe wants to bang Girls Frontline Big Boss. What do you mean, others? You're just looking for a reason to slack off, aren't you? Big Sis, see what she's doing? Jiang Yu pouts in annoyance, but Zhaohui pays her no heed, nodding to me in acknowledgement for leaving the group. He finds a quiet corner and begins doom scrolling on TikTok on her communications terminal. The lounge is warm and full of life. This green figure seems to radiate an aura to deter others. Occasionally, curious dolls approach her, but in the end, they're driven off by cold intensity. I should take this opportunity to speak with Zhaohui. Yeah. The commander can see the exclamation point indicating a character quest above Zhaohui's head. As I head towards her, as I do, Zhaohui puts her terminal away and approaches me. Commander, are you free? There's something I'd like to discuss with you. Of course. In fact, I was about to speak to you. As she raises an eyebrow in surprise, I'll get right to it then. Commander, I would like to leave the Elmo for a while. Pardon? Please don't get me wrong. This is a personal matter. A friend of mine needs help with a commission, and I think it's a good chance to consider the future. You, me, and Monsoon Squad. Her words take me completely by surprise, but she has a point. This is a good chance for her to take some time and consider the future of Monsoon Squad. By all means, I have no objections. Thank you, Commander. That's all I have to say. You said you wanted to speak to me. All the words I had in mind seemed to lose all meaning in the face of Zhaohui's calm expression. Maybe not, now is not the right time. Nah, man, she's just got a resting bitch face. Just say hi. She's nice. I don't know. Nothing. We can talk about when you get back. As you're heading out, you should talk to your teammates about it. They're giving up the idea of having an in-depth conversation. I nod and leave the lounge. Zhaohui watches the commander leave, and she turns her gaze to Jiang Yu and Diane, in the middle of a throng of dolls. Interrupt this lively gathering, Zhaohui wonders. Diane seems to sense Zhaohui looking at her, and she exits the group to approach her. Zhaohui, what are you talking about with the commander? She was just saying hello. Was she? Seemed rather subdued tonight for some reason. Are you not used to this place? I apologize for not being considerate. It's my fault for asking you to come all the way out here with us. The worried look on Diane's face, as if she already knows what weighs on Zhaohui's heart. However, Zhaohui dismisses it with a shake of the head. You don't have to apologize. Look, we're a team, and it's natural we travel together. Trusting in you was a collective decision, and Faye would have come too if she were able. Thank you. With that said, would you like to meet some of my past friends? Miss Groza mentioned she hoped tonight would help you get acquainted with everyone, but it seems to have inconvenienced you. Zhaohui shakes her head again. There's no need for that. We have a lot of time. We don't have to rush things. Ah, the introvert at a party's plea. It's fine. I'll meet him later. No, I won't. As they briefly fall silent, Zhaohui once again glances towards the center of the lounge, where Jiang Yu happily discusses the finer point of her performance with the Elmo dolls. Contemplates her words for a moment. What do you plan to do after this? Will you stay on the Elmo? We plan to... Zhaohui, are you saying you're not going to stay with us? I'm unsure whether remaining here is the right choice. Monsoon Squad ought to be like the wind, should we not? We're on the move, constantly setting out on new travels. That's what I believed when I first agreed to become leader. Hey, big sis, Zhaohui, what's going on? You both look so serious. Let me in on it. Seeing them whispering to one another, Jiang Yu excuses herself and scampers over, inserting herself between the two. Jiang Yu, we're discussing Monsoon's future. If we remain on the Elmo, then will Monsoon still be Monsoon? I want to know what you and Faye think about this. Of course we will. Monsoon's the same anywhere we go, right? No, wait, why are you talking about this? Why'd you bring Faye into this? You getting at Zhaohui? After outburst, Zhang Yu glances over Diane's frowning face, and understanding gradually dawns on her. Wait, are you saying you want to break up, Monsoon? As Zhang Yu's sudden exclamation draws a few curious looks from the nearby dolls. Zhang Yu grabs Zhaohui by the shoulder and starts shaking her, shaking the baby, not daring to believe her words. Zhaohui remains silent, neither nodding nor shaking her head. Why? We're a team, aren't we? Even if you're a leader, you can't just break us up like that. Yes, Zhaohui, even if you're not used to the Elmo. Calm down and listen to me. I didn't say I was going to break up Monsoon. She raises her terminal and shows them her TikTok doom scroll. I might be the squad leader, but I've never once felt that Monsoon's fate is mine. No, the Elmo and Commander have a place in your hearts, just as Monsoon has a place in ours. Therefore, it's a suggestion, one that requires Faye's involvement. See? As Zhang Yu says the latest message in the group chat, I'd like for you to decide on the future of Monsoon Squad's roster before I finish my commission? Huh? What commission? Did we get a commission? Not Monsoon Squad, just me. A personal request from an old friend. Do you remember Amita? Sounds familiar. Isn't she the broker friend who saved you and fixed your frame? Yeah, she asked me to help bodyguard a friend of hers. Check the location, and it's in a nearby city, a few hours by train. You're gonna run off by yourself to handle a commission, and you're leaving us here to... what, decide if you're staying or going? Zhaohui, do we even need to think about this? Zhang Yu? Of course you do. Monsoon's never encountered this situation. I believe we all need to take time to think about it. And I've spoken to the commander about leaving for the time being. That exchange, did Commander agree to it? Zhaohui nods. All right. I understand. Big sis, JJ, doll. Zhang Yu tugs unhappily in Diane's sleep, but the latter merely nods. Seems she's accepted Zhaohui's suggestion. In that case, how much time will we have to decide? Zhaohui turns to look at Diane. Her expression seems composed in contrast to Diane's worried look and Zhang Yu's scowling face. Not too long. The commission will be 2 weeks long. When we meet again, I hope you'll make a decision none of us will regret. And the decision was to not pull for Zhaohui. Sorry. Yeah, you have been voted off the island. The crisp sound of footsteps echoes down the alley. Zhaohui follows the address on her terminal, turns a corner into yet another rundown alley. The poor lighting is obscured by the tall, crumbling walls around her. The cramped alley appears ever more oppressive. Are Ida and the Talia troop really here? Zhaohui comes to a halt as she eyes her surroundings in suspicion. The terminal indicates a blinking icon of her destination is close by. Looks like they are. Still, this commission of Amita's is really... 2 days ago. Zhaohui's terminal's been vibrating throughout the show. Upon noticing the name blinking, Zhaohui excuses herself and leaves. That's when she took the call. What's the matter, Amita? Zhaohui, you free? Can you help bodyguard a friend of mine? Her theater troupe's going on tour in the Yellow Zone. She's been really unlucky lately and keeps getting harassed by weirdos. I'm a little worried. Wanted to hire a PMC squad, but she said the troupe couldn't afford security, and they're worried security would interfere with their performances because they don't know showbiz. Plus, she didn't want me to pay and shot down all my suggestions. So I thought and thought about who I knew could fight and understood theater, and you came to mind. She won't accept bodyguards. How am I going to protect her? I got a brilliant plan. Say you're a friend and you want to join the troupe as an assistant to gain performance experience. She's a nice person, and she'll say yes if she hears a friend needs help. Say I was free to take the commission. But you answered me, so that means you're open. Her name is Ida. This is where she and her troop are staying. Please, please help me out. I'll pay you. You don't have to. I'll be doing you a favor. Ensuring the address is correct, Zhaohui heads into the depths of the twisted alley. The panic shriek seems loud in the dark confines. Zhaohui breaks into a sprint, running towards the sound. She sees a dark shape burst out of the shadows past her. Help! He took my bag! Stop him! As Zhaohui turns around and immediately rushes up to this dude because she is in fact a robot. Doesn't expect her to catch up and pulls out a knife, swinging it wildly at her. Zhaohui nimbly evades the knife, kicking it away before grabbing his arm with lightning speed. A reverse over grip to take him off his feet. Ah, I see you know your judo well, sir. He slams him to the ground and pins him there. That hurts! What is my crime? Enjoying a handbag? Oh. Thank you for the gifted sub, Cinder. Also, hi, Cinder. Zhaohui ignores the robber's cries of pain and unwinds the cloth from her arm, using to hog-tie the man. Damn. Lucky. After that, she picks up the bag the robber's holding and heads back into the depths of the alley. The boy struggles to get to his feet. A hat lies before him on the dusty alley grounds. I like Zhaohui too. I wish I had money to pull for her because her design is gorgeous, I gotta say. Zhaohui walks up to him. Also, thanks for the follow. Then picks up the hat before stuffing it and the bag into the boy's hands. Here, your things. Yes. Whoa. This actually looks like he has all the drip of an average high school boy. The boy is shocked as he numbly accepts his belongings from her. Zhaohui pats his shoulder like she's trying to console him. It's okay, just catch your breath. I'll contact the police. They'll send someone over to take care of this soon. Thank you. They're hugging his bag and panting heavily for a bit. The boy manages to calm down. He stands up, dusts himself off, and puts his hat back on his head before bowing slightly to Zhaohui. Thank you very much for your help. In stark contrast to his tatty clothes, his voice is clear and compelling. Don't worry, it was nothing. Why'd you come here by yourself? Do you live here? Sort of. I came here to collect inspiration. Oh no, he's an art kid. No wonder he's dressed like a hobo. From an acting troupe. We have a play where we're going to perform doing charity tour in the Yellow Zone. A charity tour in the Yellow Zone? Hey, yo, these kids gonna die. My gut told me there's room for improvement, so I asked everyone to come here to take in the surroundings, to understand our audience better. Well, now you understand your audience. You got mugged. See, I look just like a Yellow Zoner, right? Well, you do look like the Yellow Zone residents I've seen. See, everyone in the troupe said this outfit was perfect for the female lead to wear while traveling in the Yellow Zone. Female lead? Oh, Zhaohui. Don't be rude. Oh no, she's being rude. Our unfamiliar boy has changed to unfamiliar boy? Yup, our play is about two girls becoming friends and adventuring in the world. No, like, you're a girl? The boy blinks up, then reaches up to his hat, removing it as a shock of soft combed hair spills out. 100% girl. Looks like my immersive style of cultural inspiration was a great success. Immersive style? The outfit looks raggedy, but it's our stage costume. I'm wearing this so I can get into character and expect to get robbed even though I look destitute. Just my luck. Although when you think about it, it's common for people in these areas to get robbed. Maybe I should work this into the script. Hell yeah, getting mugged is part of the experience. Girl's panic seems to fade as she gets more and more into her immersive cultural inspiration. So when she makes her notes that she realizes there's someone standing beside her. I'm sorry, I got carried away and babbled nonsense. You've been bored, right? Thank you very much for you did. I'm an actress from the Talia troupe. May I know who you... Hello, I am Zhaohui. Zhaohui holds out a hand to her. Its faint, slightly rigid curve tugging at the corners of her lips. Do you know perhaps Miss Ida of the Talia troupe? And one thing I kind of appreciate with Zhaohui, and this is something they don't say, but you can kind of see. A lot of the dolls from Girls Frontline 1, the ones that Commander Ray knew, are often actually more developed personality-wise than other dolls. And part of that, this is kind of an aside, right, from the first game. Part of that is that the dolls in Griffin were allowed to command themselves and ended up developing a lot more individuality and a lot more personality because the commander wasn't resetting them. As opposed to Zhaohui, who's, while her personality is, you know, she's normal and cold, she doesn't necessarily have that kind of experience, which helped the doll's mind to develop and become more expressive. Anyways, that's a theory. What do you think of Miss Zhaohui? Could she join us? She comes recommended by a broker friend of mine. After returning to troops' quarters, the girl explains Zhaohui's circumstances. The manager gives his CV once over and is very pleased. I didn't expect you to be a doll of stage and combat experience, Miss Zhaohui. That broker friend of yours who's vouching for her, the one who burst into tears watching our show? I'm not wrong, her sounds something like yours. Something da? That's her, yes, Amida. She might be small, but she's a big figure in the underground broker business. That's a dangerous thing to brag about. I remember her. The contamination zones do breed talented people. And corpses. To be honest, we're really hurting for manpower. Anyone with experience and who can handle many roles is more than welcome to join us, doll or otherwise. This is a charity tour in the contamination zones. We won't make much in the way of fees, and the true ballot budget is, well, you're not going to get paid. Alright, I'm here to get experience. Being paid is secondary. Glad that doesn't bother you. Is that a yes, manager? Of course. Frankly speaking, I need to thank you for joining us on such short notice, Miss Zhaohui. The troop manager looks at Zhaohui and holds out a welcoming hand. Glad to have you with us, Miss Zhaohui. The Talia troop welcomes you. Besides, the manager Ida laughs and pats Zhaohui on the shoulder. Yep. We'll be travel buddies going forward, Miss Zhaohui. And then we shot a bunch of robots for no reason. And then the devs remember... There we go. And then the devs remembered this was still a gacha game, and we have to fight something. Alright. Now I can eat more of my, Ooh, thunder. Now I can eat more of my grapefruit. Yippee! Why is... Wait. Did 416's outfit change? Why is 416's outfit different? Thanks for the hydrate, Golden. Wait, hold on. Oh, did they release the new the skimpier outfits for 416 and did it auto-equip? Hold on. What? Wait. No, huh? She totally had torn stockings on. I'm so confused. Was I using default characters? What? Alright, I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that. Whoops, not that. This. 11%. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hope it doesn't take that long. The Talia troops convoy slowly pulls into the settlement, coming to a halt amidst loud cheering. A ground vehicle opens and the door opens and everyone gets off, depositing huge crates on a patch of open ground. Built their head gives everyone a breezy greeting. The wrinkles between Zhaohui's eyebrows soften a little. She takes in the boisterous crowd. She drags a couple of heavy crates from the cargo bed and follows after the girl. Where are we putting these crates? Just put them beside the advertising billboards. Zhaohui, those crates are kind of heavy. You should let the props department move them. It's okay, she's a robot. Alright, it's no trouble for me. She says Zhaohui hoists the crates into a large circular clearing, rigged by a fence of wooden posts and old rope. She lays the crates in the center of a space reserved for the stage and bends down to straighten some of the simple-looking billboards. The billboards were made for the show. Pitted surfaces covered in huge, eye-catching letters. The Daybreak's Oath play is now on tour. She sees what Zhaohui is doing. The girl's laughs and heads over to help. You're way too nice. We took you on an assistant. You ended up as an escort and took out all those e-lids. That must have been hard. Yeah, did y'all not have a plan for the roving bands of zombies? Wanting to take on these other tasks? Not at all. I'm helping myself by doing that. There aren't many troops out here who welcomed all assistance, and I'd like to show more experience. Don't say that. You know the state we're in. We're lucky enough to have people wanting to help out. We don't have the right to be picky. Speaking of which, are you trying to build up experience because of that band of yours? Amita said something about a monsoon? A nice name, going wherever you please like the wind. You must have been to a lot of places, right? Zhaohui's hands freeze mid-movement, but only for a second, as she goes through rapid, tragic backstory flashbacks. Yes, we've been to many satellite cities. You get to travel and perform with friends. I'm envious. Ida smiles and sighs quietly, the hint of sadness in her expression. Ida? Is something wrong? Aren't you traveling for troop too? Everyone here's a friend of mine, but there are times when I wish I had a closer friend. Let's leave that aside. I remembered what's going to be a while before the rehearsals. Would you do me a favor, Miss Zhaohui? What do you need? She pulls a copy of the script and her comm terminal from the bag. I heard one of the residents say there's an abandoned town not far from camp. Would you accompany there? I'd like to gather some more inspiration about the Yellow Zone. Sure, the manager, it'll feel better if you're around, right, manager? Ida waves to the manager who's close by. Seeing her sunny smile, the manager has no choice but to wave back. Go ahead, but don't take too long and stay safe. I'll be fine with Miss Zhaohui around, don't worry. Let's head out then. Our jeep is this way. Let's go, jeep. Alright, in this case, okay, hold up. Geez, the torn stockings, because it's the friend version I'm borrowing. Ah, I see. Understood. Let's switch to the fire team because it's funny. Really just Zhaohui, huh? So we can't really do much plot-wise. So we'll just use the fire team. Because I like seeing Vector, if those who aren't familiar, just remember Vector has the stupidest AoE known to man. Look at this fucking... What the hell is this? What is this AoE size? Bam! We're done. Oh, it's waves. Understood. Oh no, there's just one left. Never mind. Alright, now we're done. Great! Thanks for the hydrate goal. In help keeping with Ida's request, Zhaohui brings a jeep to a halt on the streets of the abandoned town. The moment it stops, Ida practically bursts out of the door to stand in front of a cluster of ruined buildings. Now these look pretty intact. Oh, the walls on the side collapse and the pipes are rusted. That's good reference along with the cabling. Get footage of the cracks on the walls. Ida holds up her terminal and records her surroundings as she walks forward. What a shame, this town is completely ruined. Wonder why. Helids, collapse radiation, barragers. Take your pick. Oh, 1 second. I gotta go close the window. Alright, I'm back. Zhaohui keeps a watchful eye. She walks behind Ida. We can see old signs of a firefight. Perhaps the residents fought vergers. I see, they're everywhere, aren't they? Looks like you need to defend yourself when traveling the yellow zones. Ida's mood turns morose. She soon perks up and starts rattling off questions while filming her surroundings. Miss Zhaohui, since you travel with your friends all the time, you must have passed through these zones often, right? Are your friends as awesome as you? Yes, they're skilled at both fighting and performing. Wow, that's amazing. Are they on tour recently? Why didn't they come with you? They... Sudden silence about why she's part of her friends. Catches Zhaohui off guard. She lapses into silence. We're thinking about her answer. Zhaohui's about to speak. She hears this noise. Footsteps. An unfamiliar male voice. Didn't you say you saw that woman leave the troop with her friend? Where is she? Search harder. The jeep's by the side of the road. They can't have gone far. Ida can react. Zhaohui grabs her hand and ducks behind a nearby wall. Zhaohui looks Ida in the eye, shakes her head, and speaks quietly. Shh. We're being followed. What? I don't know who they are, but it seems they're gunning for you. There's 2 of them. Me? Her body begins to tremble. Seeing Ida's fear, Zhaohui gently but firmly presses down on her shoulder. Ida, have you ever seen an upside-down tortoise? Their little legs flailing in the air as they try to get upright. What? Stay here and don't move. I'll show you now. Finishes how he springs out of cover. The green flash, her bullets, and a blade streaking through the air towards the two men peering in the rubble. They're thrown into disarray and stumble back to the ruined walls, off balance. The fuck are you running for? Shoot her! She's one girl! She's too fast, I can't... The green flash interrupts his reply with a kick. An attempt at striking back cut off by an emerald knife hand strike. The leading man goes down as Zhaohui steps in to fill the gap. Green-tinted knife slices through the air in front of the other man, cutting off his escape, cornering him in an instant. In less time than it takes to draw a breath, the knife's edge presses against his throat as Zhaohui speaks coldly. Freeze. He's just a hobo, come on. Being rubbed from the jeep, Zhaohui trusses them up like turkeys and leaves them tied upside down on the roadside. Then dusts off their hands for clapping a hand on Ida's shoulder. See, upside down tortoises won't win any races with bunnies, that's for sure. They're struggling appear to try to speak, but the gags prevent them from doing so. All they can manage are muffled vocalizations. As Ida watches them squirm, the tension leaks from her and she laughs. I feel much better. Thank you, Zhaohui. You're welcome. Who are these people? Why would they target you? I don't know. She bites her lips and shakes her head. On seeing that Ida is clueless, Zhaohui walks up and pulls the gag from one of them. Why are you following Ida? Who sent you? Our employer told us to follow the lead actress for the troupe. We're doing this because we got paid. We don't know anything. Who hired you? An anonymous request made through underground markets. We don't know. Why don't you ask this chick who'd have a grudge against her? Well, his answer is direct and to the point. Good on you, bro. Zhaohui turns to look at Ida. Well, Ida? A grudge against me? Clenches her fist and thinks, but shakes her head. Sorry, Miss Zhaohui, I can't think of anyone. After the troupe? I mean, I'm the lead actress. Zhaohui falls silent. Turns back to the bound men, her knife raised. As Zhaohui's about to bring it to their necks, Ida steps up and tugs on Zhaohui. Miss Zhaohui, wait. Ida tightens her grip around Zhaohui's arm and shakes her head. Won't learn anything even if you keep questioning them, right? Chosen starred yet, the troupe will have to stay here. If we end up offending someone now... Thanks for the hydrate. Alright, I understand. Zhaohui swipes her knife through the air and then returns it to her sheath. The ropes binding the men come apart and the upside-down tortoises fall to the ground. Zhaohui leans against the two men's jeep and icily watches them try to free themselves. Letting you go because Ida pleaded for you. Don't let me see you again. Yes, ma'am. As the two suspicious men quickly drive away under Zhaohui's watchful gaze. As she watches them leave, Ida bows to Zhaohui. Sorry, Miss Zhaohui, I didn't mean to stop you from looking into things. No need to apologize. I understand. Troupe doesn't need distractions before the show begins. Oh, come on. A couple guys getting tortured isn't distraction. It's a team bonding exercise. Thank you so much. I have another imposition to make. Ida puts her hands together and bows slightly to Zhaohui. A useless fact. Alright, let's finish the cutscene first. Could you please not tell the others? I don't want them to worry about me. Girl. Please, Miss Zhaohui. And her sincere plea triumphs over. Oh, Zhaohui's very weak to people who ask persistently. Alright, I'll keep quiet about this. Nothing comes up to disturb the show. I'll tell the troupe the truth. Yeah, that's fine. It's a deal then. Thank you, Miss Zhaohui. We should head back to the camp. Rehearsal ought to start soon. We've spent enough time out here. And Ida hurries over to the jeep. Zhaohui jogs after her, casts her eyes into the distance towards the direction of the men's vehicle. Alright, here's a useless fact. Did you know? So, as I eat a grapefruit, which is delicious but hard to eat while reading a visual novel, I don't make good decisions in life, what can I say? Did you know that people who are on blood medication, such as blood thinners, should not eat grapefruit at all? You should never touch a grapefruit if you are on any kind of blood medication, blood pressure medication in particular. Now, I don't remember the exact medical reason. I believe it's that grapefruit naturally has certain chemicals in it that actually increase blood flow and essentially act as a low-end blood thinner, a very, very low-power blood thinner. Oh, no. I remember what it is. That's not what it is. Grapefruit, I was lying. Grapefruit, the reason you don't want it is it interferes with certain medication. Certain types of medication, the receptors that they bind to for your blood thinners, grapefruit also binds to those receptors and will mess up the intake rate of your medication and essentially render it less effective, if not ineffective outright. It's very dependent on the type of medication, but if you are taking any kind of blood thinner, ask your doctor about grapefruit. I don't know if other citrus fruit are a problem, but I know grapefruit can be for certain medications. Which is a real tragedy. Stay healthy, y'all. Eating grapefruit is delicious. Don't lose that. Apparently, it is a privilege. Night falls as the bustling troop site calms down as everyone retires to their quarters for rest. Zhaohui quietly opens the doors to her quarters. Looking around and ensuring everything normal, she surreptitiously drives away. Racing over the wilderness towards the abandoned town Zhaohui and Ida had visited in the day. She parks outside and dismounts before examining her surroundings. Two of them left from here. These tire tracks look new, and they match the model of the Jeep and direction they left with. These are the tracks. She follows the somewhat indistinct tire tracks, Jeeps turning here and there, stopping and starting. She comes to a halt outside a secluded valley. For her are dozens of vehicle tracks, all heading towards the valley's mouth. What's going on here? Oh no, it's the Goon Convention. She's found GoonCon. No, not that kind of GoonCon, the other GoonCon. She looks for a good vantage point to peer deeper within. At its floor, she sees several rows of dilapidated houses. Lights illuminate the valley, and vehicles of various makes drive through. People patrol. Thanks for the hydrate. And from afar, the unique style of dress tells Zhaohui who they are. Veragers, the hobos. Veragers are endemic to the Yellow Zone, so finding a base isn't that weird. The men she caught didn't seem like Veragers. What's going on here? Thinks into thought, she hears a sound nearby. Found it. Over here. She ducks. A pair of figures walk through the night. One in front is a girl, and the other behind wears a huge coat. There's something familiar. Zhaohui ups the output of her visual modules. As she's about to study them, they turn towards her. Look out, there's someone ahead. The speaker opens fire, and bullets kick up a spray of sand at Zhaohui's feet. The girl's array running towards her. She ducks near a wall. The fact they have managed to spot her is a clear sign they aren't ordinary, and normally picking a 2-on-1 fight is a bad idea. But if the one in the back is important, taking them out might be a good idea. While making her mind, she bursts out from a pile of rocks and throws her grappling rope at the coated figure. Look out! The girl turns to cover Zhaohui's target, but she can't swat the grapple away in time. The coated figure executes a sick combat roll. Yo, he's got the light rolls. Look out, Zhaohui. He's going for the backstab. However, Zhaohui's ready to launch herself forward. Commander! The burst of bullets dog Zhaohui's steps, drowning out the girl's words. Zhaohui evades them for a rapid dash. Her hand tightens around her knife as she leaps forward again. Blade slashes through the coat, and the light reflects the blade, illuminates its wearer's face. Command. Zhaohui? What if we didn't shoot at her? After a little scuffle, I explain the reason why we're here. You're saying you're here to investigate Verager activity? Indeed, the Elmo got a commission to track down the Veragers. Well, I guess the whole stealth thing was broken. Another fact? Alright. We gotta finish this, though. Elmo recently got commissioned to track down villagers. You would have known because Groza and I set out a little after you. According to brief, this particular band has been going out with killing, looting, birding. A lot of brokers have been losing stock. They're familiar with the terrain. We barely found them. Enough about us. Why are you here? It was a coincidence I ended up here. I didn't expect villagers to have their eye on my client. Seriously? Who is this client? She's an actress. Her troupe arrived in the settlement yesterday and they're preparing a show. I don't know why villagers would target her. Perhaps it's a misunderstanding. They're a performing troupe from the green zone, so maybe they're like plump sheep to hungry wolves. Maybe, but she only arrived yesterday. Ray have her sights on her? It's surprising how eager the villagers are. What do you plan, Commander? Are you gonna wipe them out? I'm not in a hurry. My assignment is to conduct a discreet investigation. Principal, I'm supposed to observe them. Important thing is we get a feel for their situation. I won't make contact with them or enter their hideouts. Besides, it seems these villagers have a boss. It is Goon Khan. The boss wants to talk to you. Yeah, boss, we'll take him in. You want a girl from an acting troupe, boss? All right. What the boss wants, the boss gets. God, classic gooning. Anyways, Zhaohui thinks for a while. After a moment later, she looks up to me. In that case, I have a proposition, Commander. Go ahead. First, I thought this was an ordinary case of someone trying to intimidate my client. Things clearly aren't simple, though. To take into consideration the troop's safety and investigation, would you join the troop protection mission for the time being and work with me? The troop serves as bait and a cover for our investigation. Sounds like a win-win. If anything happens, the client and the troop will be safer if you and Miss Groza are around. I don't mind. The client and the troop, on the other hand, I'll speak with them about it. Troops fund are limited. They probably can't pay you. There's no need. We're making use of each other. And besides, Monsoon has done their fair of free labor for me. You happy with that, Leader Zhaohui? As I chuckle. A healthy chuckle. And extend a friendly hand to Zhaohui. She's silent for a moment. Extends her hands to me. One that's covered in scars. Strange. Zhaohui missed such a miser. Fixing this synthetic skin shouldn't cost that much. That means something. I didn't notice she had like burn scars on her. Or I can ask Zhaohui nods to me. Glad to be working with you, Commander. I do like her. But she's not useful. I can get her on a rerun, which means I won't get her, because why would I pull for her? There's just too many characters. We can't get them all. Oh, they're really spread out today. Anyways. Not spread out enough. It's such a stupid AoE. I love it. What more? What are you provoking over there? Although, we do have a random... Okay. Did you know that there is... It's Norse? I think it's Finnish? It's one of the really... I think it's Finnish, not Swedish. Anyways, there is a type of Finnish dried fish that is only created in Finland due to the incredibly cold and dry environment. I am winning, Panzer. We're doing great. I got an ice cream bar. I don't know how I'm going to eat this while reading, but I have to figure it out because if it melts, I'm doomed. I'm probably not pulling for Zhaohui, sadly. Springfield's up next and I need her. But this kind of dried fish is unbelievably... Hold on. I'll... Hold on. So we're sharing the main screen, so I have to do this. Move over here so that my screen share isn't on. Hold on. It's melting. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Hold on. I found the picture. It's called hold on. It's called stockfish. So it's dried in the frozen open conditions in like Finland for months and becomes this just solid dry brick. It's mango ice cream bar. It's delicious. It's like a mango popsicle. Why is that weird? Is that weird? That's not weird. They make grapefruit sorbet. Anyways, yeah. So stockfish, which is made in like Finland, is something like 98% of it is sold specifically in a single African country. And it is used as almost all of their primary cuisine. All of their most popular cuisine. Yeah. Stockfish. Is it South Africa that it's sold in? Yeah, the South African hake. Okay. Cool. I remembered. No, it's not Finnish. It's Norwegian. No, it's Nigeria. Yeah, okay. Yeah, something like 90% of Norwegian stockfish, which is, again, super dried fish used for stock, as the name implies, is used in Nigeria. They have an unbelievable, insatiable love for it. And this love came very specifically from when there was like a big civil war in Nigeria. And when the UN, or I think it was either the UN or the EU, went and sent rations and food, to help refugees, Sweden sent tons of stockfish because they weren't sold in many places outside of like Portugal. It just wasn't that popular, right? So it was like, okay, send them the stockfish. And the Nigerians were like, this stuff fucking rules. We're going to turn this into gourmet cuisine. And boy, dude, oh my God, they know how to cook it. They know how to cook stockfish. So they have an entire underground stockfish broker market. It's a whole thing. The more you know. I don't know how it helps you. Just like how Zhaohui introducing the commander and grows as the troop. Don't know how that helps us. Seems my concerns are unfounded. Once we reveal there's a Varager camp, Zhaohui has no problems convincing the manager to take us on. And soon the troops freed up bunking space for me and Groja, while Ida cheerfully takes upon herself to show us around. Over here. This way. So leading us to our quarters, Ida shows us around the facilities and briefs Groza about the troops' activities. In any case, that's our performance schedule. If you need anything, look for me at the manager. Oh no, the ice cream bar is getting soft. Oh no, it's over. It's so hot in my room. Oh no. Thank you, Miss Ida. You're welcome to look us up anytime. Do you have any ice cream? Because fuck. Alright. After briefing us, Ida doesn't leave right away. She ends up walking in Zhaohui, standing by my side. Zhaohui notices Ida's gaze and walks over to her as Ida grabs Zhaohui and pulls her aside. Zhaohui, they seem skilled, but that bounty hunter. He looks towards me. She's a friend of mine. There's something fishy about that attack. I asked her to come and help out. I see, but about the attack yesterday? Don't worry, I didn't tell the manager about it. Ida relaxes as she bows to Zhaohui in gratitude. Yeah, that's so sus. I thank you so much. I don't know how to show it, but I'm really grateful to you. Think nothing of it. For safety's sake, we recommend you leave the campsite as little as possible. Sure, I won't go far. Ida leaves the room and after nodding gracefully to Zhaohui. As she leaves, I smile and approach her. Well, that's the leader of Monsoon for you. I'm sure Diane and the others must have a much easier time of their travels with you around. Zhaohui turns as she hears my voice. Just doing my job as leader. Something the matter, Commander? Something's bothering me. Ida doesn't seem to understand the identity of her attackers. That doesn't seem to concern your mission, Commander. I don't mean to pry, just a reminder. Rather than quibble, I have a suggestion. The settlement seems lively. Would you like to walk around with me and get a picture of what's happening on the grounds? Alright. After leaving the troop campsite, Zhaohui and I walked down the streets of the settlement. The roads are covered in sand and gravel, the houses are run down, the people are poor. Settlements like these are everywhere in the Ozone. The difference here is this one's pretty large, which is why the troop based up here. The livelier a settlement, the more likely it is to draw the Veragers. Can I say how funny the Veragers are as a plot point in the world? It makes sense that there are people who are bandits in the bad zones of the world in Girls Frontline after World War III just destroyed like 80% of the habitable land. But like, dude, Fire Emblem bandits kill fewer people than Veragers. Holy shit, there's so many of them. Turn my eyes outside the settlement as a thought crosses my mind. Piles of rock and drifts of sand hide the land and sky. I know there's a lurking threat hidden in the distant valley. About to head outside, Zhaohui comes to a halt. Commander? Why'd you ask me to go with you? This is meant to be a secret. The chance of secrecy could be breached. Working together on an assignment, better we interact and get to know each other. I think the Yellow Zone can be complicated, and I'm empty-handed right now. Feel better with a certain squad leader by my side. Or do I know of you, Commander? Dealing with over 10 Veragers by yourself without a doll squad should be child's play. You really are Snake, huh? You really are Big Boss. Glad you have Miss Groza. Which is why it's only part of the reason. The reason is you, Zhaohui. Truth is, there's something I want to discuss with you on the day Monsoon had their concert. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to do so. It was unfortunate we couldn't speak. What do you wish to talk about, Commander? Monsoon and the Elmo. I know you're the leader of Monsoon's squad, and you're not part of the Elmo. Not easy for a gust of wind with freedom to accept a new environment. I'm grateful for the fact you're willing to stay with the Elmo for the sake of Diane and the others. They're my friends. Yes, you're a good leader. That much goes without saying. Even though you're a leader, I can sense you're changing too. Right now, the way you're talking to me is totally different from when Monsoon first came to help me. Bounty hunters have keen noses. Feel free to talk about anything you want. She doesn't want to talk, bro. She's not tsundere. She hates you. Perhaps we could discuss with Monsoon, if you think that'd be better. It won't take long for them to come here, and they'd be extra hands for the commission. Zhaohui remained silent, her face blank. According to Zhang Yu, her facial actuators were damaged in combat. Oh my god, she actually does have resting bitch face. Zhaohui canonically just looks like that. I love that, actually. As a result, she doesn't show much in the way of facial expressions. Sometimes this poker face is the perfect camouflage for her feelings. Look straight, Zhaohui, silently waiting for her to answer. He had the sense of an argument from a nearby hovel. Not like that. Listen to me. Those letters I sent were just... Listen. Listen to how you... Not for you. Ferris wouldn't have... No, Ferris, she... Just listen. For some reason, the pleading girl's voice sounds strangely familiar. Ah, it's the actor. Zhaohui and I exchange look. We nod, then take cover. Not for this bullshit. Think I'm gonna buy that goody two-shoes act. You're just... It's all because of you. No, I really didn't. No, you're someone like this. Because of you. Stop pretending. Get lost. Get out of here. Soon? The argument doesn't last long. Soon, the owner of the nasty voice departs, leaving behind the sound of quiet sobbing. Thank God, peace and quiet. Lasts for a while before gradually tapering off. A familiar figure steps out from behind the wall. Ida, the lead actress of the Talia troupe. Drops her tears as she walks away. Her clothes are dusty. Her hair is mussed, probably from a scuffle just now. He frowns and prepares to stand. I put a hand on her shoulder and shake my head. Don't go. Might be a personal matter for her. Zhaohui doesn't answer, but doesn't move. So when Ida leaves, I loosen my grip and let her rise. Actually, she doesn't go after. She fixes me with a cold look. Why did you stop me, Commander? This is personal for Ida. Bounding rashly will only make things awkward. The troop is about to put on their show. Let's figure things out and ask Ida about it later, rather than incur trouble. This isn't the first time Ida's encountered something like this. That dispute was intense. If that man keeps bothering Ida, it might affect the show. We should kill him. We don't know the full picture. Barging in thoughtlessly might make things worse. Contamination zones, there are times when minding your own business is not a bad thing. That's what Ida wants too, isn't it? Zhaohui frowns. Minding my own business. Minding your own business to you, huh, Commander? See. Zhaohui's expression doesn't change, but I hear disappointment in her voice. Most sensible choice right now. Ida objects. I won't pursue the matter, but affects the upcoming play. I will not remain silent. In any case, I'll look around the area. I can handle things by myself. You should head back to the campsite, Commander. Seems Zhaohui has made up her mind. As two big red minus signs appears above her head, showing her opinion. Her relationship has gone down with the Commander. I sigh as I turn to leave. We'll discuss it when she settles down. By the time we return to the troops' campsite, the stage at the center has begun to take shape. A group of people are gathered around it. Ida's in their midst. As I approach, Groza turns to me from where she's standing on the edge of the crowd. Commander, what's going on? Ida's rehearsing. Apparently, there's a recent revision to a certain scene. Look at the crowd. What's scene rehearsal? Ida's completely into it. There's no signs of the tears she shed just now. Yeah, she's a professional. Shortly afterwards, Zhaohui enters the campsite. Ida's still performing. Zhaohui frowns slightly before standing aside to watch in silence. Soon the scene is over and the audience erupts with thunderous applause. Wow, that was a great change. It's even more moving than the previous version. I bet our tour's gonna be great. Happy everyone's so confident about the tour, but I'd like to hear from our audience. Ida steps out to the crowd and beckons to me and Zhaohui. Hi, you two. You saw our rehearsal, right? What'd you think? It was very compelling. For the fine details, Zhaohui, you got stage experience. Maybe you should field this. As I smile and glance at Zhaohui, she considers her words before speaking in an honest voice. Thanks for the hydrate. I think your performance was very professional. While I arrived later and only managed to see part of it, the girl Zola you played was lively and animated, very likable. Her final promise to her friend was stirring. Sure would have won the hearts of the audience even in the green zone. However, the delivery of some of the lines seems a little unpolished. Further practice might be required. Sounds harsh, but that's high praise coming from Zhaohui. Hearing her words, Ida scratches her head bashfully. Huh, that's expected. The character was modeled after Ida. She was? It's nothing. Right, I need to go check out my costume with the director. If there's nothing else, let's go take a break. Miss Ida? Were you looking for me, Zhaohui? On seeing Zhaohui hesitate, I cut into their conversation. Zhaohui, shall we talk about campsite security? Yes. Wow, you guys work hard. I'll leave it to you then. Gotta head over to the director's office. Ida leaves and asks Groza to stand watched by the stage. Zhaohui's face is as blank as ever. Sighing internally, I approach her. What'd you find outside the campsite? Thanks to your restraint, I didn't manage to find anyone suspicious. Okay, she shouldn't thoughtlessly question Ida about it. Commander, are you saying you believe this matter will be bad for Ida, or will affect your investigation of the Vergers? I said I was willing to work with you. I was upfront about how the investigation takes priority over protecting the troop. Currently, Ida's situation is not related to the troop. Working with you doesn't extend to interfering with the actors' lives. I don't want to give rise to an unintended consequence by doing so. Yellow Zone supplies are not cheap. I don't know how Monsoon operates, but for a bounty hunter, minding your own business is the principle of survival. Hey, Peril. Zhaohui falls silent, though she hadn't expected me to state my position frankly. She frowns slightly, but in the end, she simply fixes me with a calm gaze. If you've decided to prioritize the investigation, I have a request of my own. I hope you will not jeopardize the show for the sake of your mission, Commander. Of course, I have my principles. Inform me if I discover anything unusual. I hope you will keep your promise, Commander. Zhaohui turns and leaves after saying those cold words. I watch her go. I rub my eyes in resignation. Ugh. This misunderstanding is going to get worse. Way to soften her attitude. What does Monsoon Squad do when they have a dispute? Monsoon Squad. They pull up my terminal and find Diane and Jingyu. I'll send them a text. I'm sorry, girls. Seems I'll need your help again. The commander needs help because we are not that socially skilled. Actually, we're very socially skilled. But everyone here's a nightmare. I guess this isn't like main story. It's just kind of side story. Okay. The wilderness, a jeep races towards its destination. The doll in the passenger seat leans against the window, idly rapping on the grass. Big sis, go faster. Commander and Zhaohui will have walked out on each other by the time we get there. The doll in the driver's seat stomps the gas pedal. The only reply is the low humming of the engine. It strains under a weighty burden. Hey Jacob, how you doing? Jingyu, we've been driving at top speed for a long time. Any faster, this jalopy will come apart before we even reach the campsite. Hearing Diane's reply, Jingyu pouts and curls up in her seat. Fine. Truth is, I just want to see the commander and Zhaohui ASAP. That poker-faced woman dumped us to take a mission by herself. Can't wait to see her staring idiotically at us when we show up. I know you're mad about what happened, but the commander didn't ask us to come in order to make things worse. You want Zhaohui to actually lead Monsoon, do you? Heck no! Why else would we be rushing? Anyways, it's fine. Relax, JJ. I promise I won't get mad at her when we meet later. And most I'll wait till she gets back to the Elmo before secretly thumping her. If she comes back at all, if she can't, don't convince her. So Faye, don't we? She's on her way. Faye's never gotten along well with others, but she is willing to come to the Elmo. There's no reason why Zhaohui would refuse. Can't say. Zhaohui's not ex-Griffin. Such a pain. Still Monsoon on the Elmo. Commander's the nice lady. Why do we have to choose? Why is Zhaohui making things difficult? Perhaps this problem isn't just for us, but for all of Monsoon. The interior of the Jeep is silent. And frowns as she gazes in the distance and floors the accelerator. Go, 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 go. Alright. Like, takes a little break from my voice. So, how y'all doing? Thanks for dropping by while we play some Girls Frontline. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked we were able to catch this event at all. I was thinking we would miss it. I'm gonna be honest. I totally thought we were gonna miss it. It's a fiery afternoon. The Talia troops campsite is as boiling hot as you'd expect. Troop members hurry back and forth, rushing to set up the stage, rehearse, prepare props. Zhaohui, Groza, and I are infected by this industrious mood. We take part too. Then I hear a sound of happy shouting from the distance. Commander, Zhaohui! Zhaohui turns and freezes. I just turn in time for a gust of crimson wind to slam into me. The impact. They are robots. Commander's dead. Hey Shanika, how you doing? We're doing great. We're reading a visual novel. I'm just kidding. It's Girls Frontline 2. It's a gacha game, but it's basically a visual novel. The impact is so massive I lose my balance and stumble back. Ugh! Look out! About to fall, a hand reaches out to steady my shoulder. Sometimes the girl who glomped me, hey, no glomping, we banned that at the conventions for a reason. Barely manages to correct her posture and help Zhaohui stand back up. Sorry, Commander, it was an accident. I'm okay. With my feet back under me, I look at the girl before me. Long twin tails fluttering in the wind, the smile on her face so bright, makes me feel happier just looking at her. I reflexively reach out to affectionately ruffle her hair. You came fast, almost caused a speeding accident. I missed you, and I didn't want to be apart from you for a second, Commander. I guess I missed Zhaohui too. In that case, the moment we got your message, Big Sis and I came as quickly as we could. Isn't that right, JJ? Jingyu laughs and turns to Diane, who only just arrived. Oh, thank you, Shanika. We're not late, are we, Commander and Zhaohui? An apologetic smile on Diane's face as she turns to the green doll. Forgive us for acting hastily and coming here without informing you. You have nothing to apologize for. In the first place, decision-making authority was in your hands while I was away from the squad. You know who Zhaohui reminds me of? Have any of y'all watched what was it? Brooklyn Nine-Nine? It was like a cop comedy procedural that got a few seasons. I enjoyed it when it was airing, but the police captain, I think he was a Captain Holt. That's who Zhaohui reminds me of. Walking into the party and going, "Why is no one having fun? I specifically requested that you have fun." Just like completely monotone and deadpan. Zhaohui remains calm even when confronted by a sudden visit from her teammates. Zhang Yu seems annoyed and gets up in Zhaohui's face. "Wait a minute, why isn't your mouth wide open?" Huh? "Aren't you at least the least bit surprised that Jeje and I are here?" I am surprised, but I'm not a tickle me. Of course they have a tickle me zombie frog. Tickle me Tho doll opens its mouth when you squeeze its tummy. My emotive expression modules only support opening my mouth to a limited degree. Ah, that's why you're so annoying. Jeje and I came all the way over and you aren't even reacting. You do not care at all. Zhang Yu. Zhaohui looks the fuming Zhang Yu in the eye, shakes her head. Not that I don't care, it's just that I guessed why you came. I have no choice but to accept your arrival and introduce you to everyone in the troop. Saying so, Zhaohui pulls Zhang Yu and Diane and smiles faintly at the troop members gathering around them. Ida, manager, everyone. These are Zhang Yu and Diane, my friends from my band. Like me, they have extensive stage and combat experience. Welcome. Are you the ones traveling, performing everywhere with Miss Zhaohui? Indeed. They're interested in the troop's upcoming play and insisted on coming by to help. Feel free to tell us if you need anything in the next few days. We'll be in your care for the time being, everyone. Diane smiles and bows. Upon seeing how Diane is asking, Zhang Yu's face lights up with a smile. Yep. Just let me know if you need any help. I can work, fight, and perform. Oh, and I can do kung fu, sing, and play the drums. Wow, really? Miss Zhang Yu, can I consult you on the finer points of fight scenes? Might be useful in our play. Fight scenes are legit one of the harder things to learn for stage play, by the way. Because it's not just doing the motion, right? You have to give that energy of real impact without, like, actually hitting your sparring partner. Of course, I can give you a demonstration right now. Empty space. There we go. Come on, this way. Zhang Yu drags Ida off to the side to give her an energetic display of martial arts. And shakes her head. Joy does go full throttle all the time. Still, there won't be problems with playing into the troop. Well played, Commander. I'm impressed. Zhaohui looks at me and her smile fades. Forgive me, I didn't want to cause misunderstandings between us. I believe we can get along better if Diane and Zhang Yu are around. As for the future, thank you for your concern, Commander. Zhaohui interrupts me halfway through the explanation. I will carefully consider the future of Monsoon Squad. Bro, she ain't having it. Wow, there's 3 story sections? There's more story than I thought. This is a 12-parter. Ooh, we're in here. Strap in, y'all. Oh, boy. Ooh, what a bad day to start late. Though there's a slight tension between Zhaohui and Diane and Zhang Yu, it doesn't affect the assignment. The show preparations are proceeding apace. The night is completed by our 4th day in the settlement. The troop decides to conduct an internal test show that night. The music stops, replaced by enthusiastic applause from the audience. One by one, cast members take their bows, and the director waves excitedly to the audience from the stage. And that's a wrap. A big thank you to everyone for making this test show of Daybreak's Oath a great success. Following the director's announcement, the cast members gather excitedly into a group hug as the lead actress Ida is naturally in the center. Ida, you were amazing. I didn't expect the stage finale to be so moving. It's just absolute cinema. Thank you everyone. I couldn't have done it without you. Be the script revisions or the later performance and joint rehearsals. I'm so grateful to have your support. Ida bows deeply from where she's standing in the middle. Director comes over and pats her on the shoulder. Come on, Ida. No need to be modest. We know how hard you work to make this tour a success. I'm sure Ferris's parents will understand your feelings if they were here. Ferris's parents, huh? And that guy who was angry and yelling mentioned Ferris. I'm guessing the two girls who fall in love and promise to travel the world. One was Ida and the other was Ferris, and Ferris is dead. And everyone blames Ida for it. He sent the invitations out long ago, but I guess they won't be coming. Otherwise they wouldn't. Ida sighs quietly and drops the subject. She wipes her dejection away like it never existed and smiles, grabbing Zhaohui and Zhang Yu's hands. That's right, director. I've learned a lot of interesting things recently while talking to Monsoon Squad. And since Zhang Yu's kung fu moves look really cool on stage, maybe we could work them into the next production. Wow, really? I remember that super cool flying kick. Be perfect for a fight scene. It might be hard to do if you're not a robot, but hey, we'll figure it out. Also, Ida begins to act out a move of Zhang Yu until a dark shadow falls from the sky. Look out! Zhaohui pulls Ida away. The glass bottle fills with paint, hits the spot where Ida was standing. Inside, the paint splashes out as the glass shatters into fragments, blurring into a lurid, savage flower. Ooh, they filled a radioactive paint bottle at her. Ida can react. The second, third bottle sail in, interspersed with stones and streaks of paint. Hey, someone's causing trouble. Man, protect the cast and the commander. Zhang Yu, with me. Zhaohui's voice remains on the wind. She leaps out of the count sack, landing behind a wall. Lightning speed, Zhaohui subdues a suspicious man hiding behind the wall without giving him any time. We've done it. Kira's been captured. On her end, Zhang Yu has grabbed someone else outside the campsite. Both of them drag the men to the center, so being pinned down. They're struggling and cursing. Who the hell are you? Let me go. The paint was how I show my appreciation. You're just scrappy actors. What right do you have to grab me? Get through your skull. Stop going around doing shows and get lost before you mess up more families. Families. Shameless and harbor criminals. Lead actress Ida as a murderer. Makes the rest of you guys accomplices. Shut up. As Zhaohui knocks the ranting man out with a knife hand strike. Thinking how his friend was KO'd, the other man shrinks in terror. Sees how Ida's not trying to stop this, in fact lowers her head in dejection. She starts cursing. The verbal boost grows louder. Zhaohui scowls and takes out her knife, pressing it to the man's neck with a cold look in her eyes. Hey, let's talk this out. No need to get serious. All right then, talk. Why are you attacking the troop? We were hired. A client gave us money and told us to make trouble and mess up the show. Oh, so it wasn't radioactive. It was just a flower of paint. Okay. False alarm. This is about a murderer. I don't know. The client told us to say that. Yeah, they got a grudge with the leading lady. It's the parents, I assume. He said she... Before he can finish out, he knocks him out as well. She glances at Diane and Zhang Yu, indicating she should drag them away. Then she looks at me, who is saying a sign of distance. I get Zhaohui's meaning. Enter the crowd before giving the director a meaningful look. Sada looks like she needs some rest. Let's end the rehearsal here. Everyone should turn in early. We'll clean up the rest. Seeing the director nod, the rest of the cast and crew obligingly disperse. Soon the only people left in the once bustling campsite are the director, Ida, and the dolls. Zhaohui helps Ida take a seat, squeezes her hand. Ida, can you tell us what happened before this? As head is lowered, she remains gloomy and silent. Seeing the state she's in, the director shakes her head and sighs. Maybe I should do it. I'm not wrong. My guess is the clients who hired those people to attack the theater were the parents of Ida's former friend, Ferris. A former friend called Ferris? Yeah, Ferris was a good friend and outstanding actress. Truth is, she was supposed to be a female lead for Daybreak's Oath. Back then, Ida and Ferris joined the auditions for the part. They made it through both of them. Ferris was a female lead and Ida was the second. Ferris and I loved to act. I remember the day we met each other. Ida, who had been silent all this time, slowly lifts her head. Looking at the stage, it seems like she's gazing into the depths of her past. That day, I joined an impromptu drama competition. I was a rookie back then, and nobody paid attention to me. At the time the competition ended, a girl ran over and praised me for doing a good job. She pointed out all the details in my act. I ended up talking to her a long time. She told me her name was Ferris and she wanted to become a pro actor, just like me. Ida smiles as she recalls her past. After that, we became good friends. All that time, all we had were bit parts, but no matter what role or script we were given, we rehearsed them together so we could critique and refine our act. Now you get good, you take it seriously. Over time, we became able to play supporting roles, and then we both made it through auditions for Daybreak's Oath and began practicing in the Yellow Zone together, looking for cultural inspiration together, going on tour together. Days were happy, but she stopped speaking. She's thought of something. Smile turns bitter. 2 years ago, Varys and I were in the contamination zones. We got attacked by Veragers. PMC, decided to protect us, got taken out. And Varys, too. Passed out back then, was mistaken for dead, but a passing bounty hunter saved me. Everyone in the troop was heartbroken over Varys. We lost a great actress and a good friend. After that, everyone was grieving for her, and the lead actress role sat vacant for a long time. I later on remembered Ida and Varys had acted opposite each other and had her tried for the position. She did so well, we permanently assigned it to her. And expect that decision to lead to a misunderstanding by Varys' parents. Thought Ida had gotten Varys killed in order to become the lead actor. You thought she took out a whole PMC squad to become the lead actress? Did you not try to contact Varys' parents? Oh, we tried, but they thought the troop was in on it and keep refusing to talk to us. Ida tried looking for these Veragers, but they're not easy to find. The situation was chaotic back then. All the time, we couldn't find any evidence. And that's how misunderstandings lasted all the way till now. Truth is, Ida's been working hard to try to erase that misunderstanding. During the tour, Ida convinced me to change the script and its ending as a memorial to Varys. Frankly speaking, we weren't too happy about the change, but Ida went all over, gathered inspiration, built up experience as a script writer, consulted constantly. In the end, the altered script began to take shape. When we finished rewriting, we prepared it for tour. After we realized the show schedule, Ida sent an invitation to Varys' parents. You know how that went. Everyone present goes silent. They look at the glass shards and red paint scattered everywhere. Ida, is there anything we can do to help? Stay alert. Protect the future shows. Right, they've rejected the goodwill. They won't give up. Ida smiles bitterly and bows to everyone again. Sorry for causing trouble. Ensuring the show takes place successfully is part of the request. You don't have to blame yourself for this, Miss Ida. Zhaohui helps Ida up, and Zheng Yu comes over to help support her by the shoulders. Yep. Nothing's gonna happen with the troop around us. To the troop, with us around. Whoops. I'll be counting on you in the future. It's getting late. I gotta take care of troop business. Oh, right. About the attackers. Leave them to us. Zhaohui, could you go easy on them? After all, it's because of me that... Relax. We know our limits. Several minutes later, two hired attackers receive a stern talking to and slink off, vanishing into the night. I watched them fade. I can't help but ponder the situation. They were hired. Now, if they're like the people who tried to ambush Ida, they're related to the Veragers too. Or they can flee out in the darkness. I call it Groza. Groza, follow them, see where they're headed. Oh no, the hobos. The hobos are ruining everything. Alright, looks like we're at about the halfway mark. Not bad. Not bad. We're making decent time. Definitely drink some water though. Bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Oh no. Oh no. Kolfa heard there were Veragers. Out in the wilds, a petite doll races through a herds of elids. Oh no, it is Colgate. She heard there were hobos and she is sprinting in their direction at maximum speed. The last part of this mission is actually just the game booting up Doom, but all of the demons have been replaced with Veragers and you're playing as Kolfa. Oh, it's Faye. Hey, CZ75. So this is CZ75 in GFL 1. She is Faye in GFL 2. The CZ75, if you didn't know, is a type of machine pistol. It's a full auto pistol. But she's kind of famous in this game. If you might notice, she's holding a large tomahawk. And yes, that is a 10 times scope on it. Because her skill in Girls Frontline 1 was to throw the tomahawk as a single damage nuke. But since she was throwing it from like sniper rifle range, they put a scope on it as a joke, and now it's just her thing. The Elid corpses rise, ringing ringing her are piled high like gruesome sandbags. As her gun heats up, Faye shows no sign of stopping. She starts counting the bodies. 7, 8, 9, 14. It's not enough. Again. She scowls and leaps up the slope of the eyelids piles as another lunges at her as her gun moves. She whirls and throws her tomahawk, carving deeply through the creature's throat. Yurt! Yeah, yurt. Another body hits the floor. The impact shatters collapsed crystals in the corpse as the fragment lands at Faye's feet. She bends down to pick up the chunks, wipes off the icky stuff, and shoves them in her pockets. That's what you get for trying to ambush me. Soon, the gathered eyelids have been dealt with. Picks up the last collapsed crystal and pats her bulging pockets. Should be enough, right? I'll have to be able to get a present with this. Where is it? According to art of human interaction, presenting a gift after meeting an old friend following a long separation is a sign of sincerity. This means I should collect more crystals. I don't have enough time. I still have enough time to kill some more. Plus the pieces will get worn down in processing. It'd be bad if I don't have enough. Looks ahead and gazes in the distance. A wisp of smoke curls in the air. Another Elid pack. Why do Elid packs create smoke? They're reanimated, mutated corpse monsters. Alright, well... Well, I guess we know what's happening with Faye. She approaches the smoke. Faye gradually realizes something is wrong. Those aren't Elids. Source of smoke lies over 100 meters. Elids from some weirdly modified Voyager vehicles. Seem to have found something, and converted junkers are pouring fire on a small hill. Voyagers, did they spread all the way over here? She ups the output of her visual modules, tries to see who their target is, trying to make out several indistinct shapes amidst the roiling dust. Random travelers, residents from the nearby town? Who cares? Voyagers are assholes. I'll just shoot for... Yo, Kolfa's just found her new friend. Faye revs her motorbike and rides into the heart of the dust cloud. Hey, over here! Well, is she... Do we have to pull for Faye? I know we're getting someone for free. I would like to get Faye, if nothing else, but to have a 5-star handgun character. Do you know? Girls Frontline is about 6 months old now. There are no 5-star handguns. It's wild. 5-star handgun characters. To Faye's surprise, the people surrounding the hill are pretty good fighters and work well with Faye. Soon the convoy of modified vehicles is driven off. Brings her motorbike to a halt and runs up the hill, waving to the people behind the smoke club. Guys all right? We're good. Thanks for the help. That surprise attack was impressive. Welcome. You guys are pretty good. You bounty hunters? She's addressing emerge from the smoke. Faye's words catch in her throat. You guys. Yo, Faye, surprised to see us? See, Commander, I told you it was Faye. There's no way I would mistake anyone who lugs an axe around with her all day long for anyone else. Been a while, CZ75. I mean, Miss Faye. Yeah, no long time no see, Faye. Smile and walk up to the dog. Don't walk up, she's covered in radioactive crystals that haven't been processed. That years have changed, and she's changed her outfit, but her brilliant red hair burns like a fire. The spirited look in her eyes hasn't changed a bit. I was looking forward to meeting you again from the moment Diane told me she contacted you. Thought we'd meet at the campsite. I didn't think I'd run into you here. Let's consider it fate our reunion took the form of fighting side by side. Faye seems to want to say something, but she spaces out after hearing me speak. Her mouth hangs half open. Her face turns red. She struggles to find the right words to say. Commander, nice to see you again. I got a gift for when we met. I mean, I was planning to get a gift. I haven't gotten it yet, but I got the funds. Thanks. So Faye reaches her pocket. She freezes up. Ah! She looks down, unable to believe her eyes. She feels around inside. Her pocket, stuffed to the brim, got grazed by bullets during the firefight. The collapsed crystals she worked so hard to collect have been scattered everywhere, leaving only a few pieces sparkling forlornly in her hands. Oh, how could this... My collapsed crystals. Faye clenches her fists in frustration, grabbing her head, as she's trying to keep control of her emotions. For a while, she looks up with a bigger expression on her face. Sorry, Commander. It looks like your gift will have to wait. Ah, cheer up. You dropped the collapse crystals. Just pick them up again. I'll help you. It's important she met the commander again, not some present. Yeah, seeing you here is what matters to me. Pat Faye's shoulder and try to console her. Faye seemed on edge ever since we met. She hadn't said much, and what little she says comes out as nervous stuttering. What happened? She was pretty hot-tempered in Griffin, not like this. We should ask her about when I get the chance. Thank you, Commander. I'm happy to be able to see you again, too. That's right. What are you doing here? It's a long story. You know about the troop, right? Someone caused trouble. Groza followed them to another villager camp. Jingyu and I came over to check it out. Long after, those guys went out for a walk. I see. And after this, you're going to... Going back to the campsite, Groza's got a good picture of the situation here. If your teammates are looking forward to meeting you. Once you return to the settlement, Jingyu practically flies into the troop campsite. Zhaohui, look who I found. Upon hearing Zhang Yu's voice, Diane looks up where she's working. Hey! Diane approaches with quick steps, enfolding Faye and Zhang Yu in a hug. He walks out in the tent, having heard the commotion. Hey? What are you doing here? And Zhaohui reflexively glances at me. I raise my hands defensively. Really wasn't me this time. I only just ran into Faye. Zhaohui turns to Faye, who walks over and punches Zhaohui's shoulder. Diane gave me the location. What the hell? You can go off by yourself. No one's allowed to follow. Previously happy mood, the air freezes over. Diane sighs for walking over to the pair, taking a green-colored arm in one hand and a red-colored one in the other. Oh my god, they are all different primary colors. I just realized that. Don't get mad. We should be happy the Monsoons reunited. Yeah, that's right. Faye came over to help us. In fact, she helped us beat up a bunch of veragers. Don't be so stiff, Zhaohui. Alright. Zhaohui presses a spot between her brows in resignation. Hoping this period of independent action would spur you ladies into calmly considering our future. Clearly that plan has failed. That just means it was the wrong thing to do. It's better to be frank and speak up rather than having us stew in our rooms being miserable. Is that right, JJ? Faye? Hey, Fuul, how's it going? For once, I agree with Zhang Yu. I agree that face-to-face discussion is the best form of communication for Monsoon. Much like when you play a song, one must be on scene to properly judge the audience's reaction. Zhaohui, while this was a private commission, you're still part of Monsoon. We hope it allows us to help you with this commission for the next few days. I mean, your business is Monsoon's business. Yeah, we'll help you out if Amita gives you another job next time. Seeing sincerity in her teammates' expressions, the coldness in Zhaohui's face seems to have faded. Also, hey, Albin, how you doing? Zhaohui looks at them in the eye and nods. All right. All right. How far are we? I think we got 4 chunks? Oh, this is kind of short. Wait. I can count. Oh, yeah, I can count. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is pretty short. Yippee! Thank God. If I started late and it was a long one, I'd be crying. Several days later, inside the troop campsite, Monsoon Squad and Groza intensified its patrols. Oh, you just got to this part? Nice. Hey, now you don't have to read. Monsoon Squad and Groza intensified their patrols outside the campsite. Despite the little upset during the test show, the attack we feared never came. The troop enjoyed a rare few days of peace. Relief the troop had otherwise been unmolested, but I'm hard-pressed to find a rationale for the veragers. Could it be that a link between the veragers and the attackers is a coincidence? It's just really 2 layabouts with nothing better to do than take a job from an underground broker. Maybe I need to investigate. There must have been something behind the scenes. Once afternoon rehearsals for the troop are over, I seek out Zhaohui. He listens to my intentions for coming here. He puts down the prompt she's checking and looks at me in puzzlement. You want to investigate the veragers right now? Yeah, right now. You can tell something's wrong, right? The turn to look outside the campsite. While things seem peaceful, the settlement outside is nowhere as warm and welcoming as it was. In fact, it's kind of deserted. Our audience is gone. That's right, the troop advertised heavily. There should be people here. The Veragers have forced people who are playing the watch to abandon their plans. Man, do you think the change in the Veragers action is linked to how we stopped the attack on the camp? Can't be sure, but we know they're mixed up in this. The show must go on, and to do that, we have to kill every hobo in the entire tri-state area, Zhaohui. Are you with me? Besides, there are scourge in the region, yet the settlement and the troop have been untouched. Doesn't make sense. I don't think it's because we revealed ourselves. I don't think anyone actually paid to invite the starving wolves here. I need to head on foot to figure out what's happening. It's likely Ida's involved, so I'll need Monsoon's help too. Understood. I can accompany you, Commander. Ooh, me too. I haven't gone investigating in a long time, Commander. Not with you. Yang Yu has appeared from seemingly nowhere, inserted herself between Zhaohui and me, followed closely by Diane and Faye, who turn up in front of me. Why didn't you just tell us you needed help, Commander? Yeah, Zhaohui would have monopolized the scouting mission if I hadn't secretly followed you. As I see the look of anticipation in their eyes, I can't help but chuckle, but eventually why is that in quotes? Eventually I harden my heart and shake my head. That's a weird thing to say. Veragers are still roaming out. We need to leave someone behind to protect the campsite. Zhaohui, Jiang Yu, follow me. Diane, Faye, stay behind and protect the campsite. Woohoo! Understood. Faye and I will mind the campsite, but be careful, Commander. The jeep drives in the wilderness. There's no trace of the Veragers. Jiang Yu stands at the back seat window for a long time, but she can't find anything. Bored, she taps out a rhythm on the vehicle's frame. Jiang Yu, mind your volume. Okay, fine, I'll stop. Being reminded, Jiang Yu sticks her tongue out and grumbles under her breath. These Veragers are such a pain. There's no sign of them anywhere. Just a waste of your time, Commander. I can't believe we're spending precious time off on Veragers. Oh, I'm so mad. Complaining, she drapes herself over the back of my seat. God, she's so dramatic. I love her. So I'm glad that I got to go out with you again on a mission, Commander. It's just like the old days. Can't help but wonder how nice it would be if the troop could keep performing. Sis, Faye, and I could ignore the crappy agreement and stay with you forever. Right, Commander? The agreement, Actually, Kalen sent me a secret transmission when I was assisting 404 regarding changes in the agreement. Two dolls already returned to the Elmo through chance encounters. I was planning to maintain the status quo to avoid the Elmo becoming a target. Seeing the gloominess in Lion Jiang Yu's face, think about the pendant Diane cherished so dearly, I find it hard to keep quiet. I don't have an answer for the world, but at least I can give one to them. Need more backgrounds of vehicles. Yeah, well, it's expensive. Maybe they'll get it now that they have money. Commander? Actually, you can do that right now. You don't have to worry about the agreement. Huh? And Yu's jaw drops and her eyes goes, well, yeah, alright. I want to see Jiang Yu immediately pull out her comms device and start texting like 1,000 people, and kind of just like, wait. wait. Hold on. Just you. Just last month, the Non-Military Forces Administration lifted part of their agreement's restrictions for various reasons. It was done secret, so I didn't tell everyone because I want to alarm people. Also, I'm just a penniless bounty hunter. All I can do is wander the lands, doing jobs. It's a hard life. I don't care if you're wandering or not. I'm happy as long as I'm with you, Commander. It's not a hardship. I'm sure JJ and Faye feel the same way. Oh yeah, we'll go back and tell them the good news. I'm sure they'll be really happy if they know they can follow you again. Really now? I chuckle and turn to look at Zhaohui. Realize she's staring intensely through the windshield. Commander, Veragers sighted. Open fire. Are we gonna question them? Open fire. Shame I can't use Jiang Yu. Problem resolved. Jiang Yu, catch up quick. Or Zhaohui, catch up quick. We wrap things up sooner and share the good news. No rush. Take care of the enemies. Burn, baby, burn. Let's go inferno. Burn, baby, burn. Ooh, it's a big... Oh my god. It still hits all of them. I never get tired of this thing. It's so stupid. He's so far away. Ooh. Alright. Yeah, hopefully we'll get more backgrounds. I honestly expect the game development budget to skyrocket. Ever since the Western release, GFL2 has been making buku bucks compared to what they were living off of. Thanks to Zhaohui and Zhang Yu's combined attack, the Veragers are soon driven off. We wiped them out along the way, but we don't see anyone else. To verify their tracks, we pursued them all the way to the camp. Brightly lit campsite from that night is completely deserted. It's like these bandits were tipped off and vanished without a trace after shifting their area of activity. What's going on? Maybe they got scared about how we've been spanking them in the past few days and ran off? No, judging by the state of the camp, this was an organized withdrawal. So we missed them again. Oh. Let's head over to the art camp Groza found. We arrive at the other camp, but it's equally deserted. Where did everyone go? I came here with Groza and Commander a few days ago. There were patrols here. Indeed, if they packed up and left just a few days ago, where did they go? Lean against the window and rub my forehead as I feel a headache coming on. There's nothing wrong with the Veragers? The past exterminating Veragers was not difficult. It's so weird. It's so weird how they talk about Veragers like local fauna instead of a group of people. But there's just so fucking many of them. You know, these bandits are everywhere. They've become more cunning in the past 6 months. Their behavior we saw in this request. They have multiple temporary bases. They send people to take underground market requests. They can conduct organized group withdrawals. Vague feeling something's wrong. They're getting organized. Leader. Almost as if someone's directing these crude bandits from the shadows. I don't have any clues or proof at the moment. Be so down, Commander. Since they're gone, the troop and settlement will be safe. You should be happy. Good for Ida, yes, but the bounty the Commander will receive for investigating them is going to be way smaller than expected. Don't hold back, do ya? You're right. I'm sorry, Commander. I didn't think about that. Shiki-Kan, no. There's no need to worry. Now that the agreement's been loosened, Monsoon will help you out with missions as long as we stay on the Elmo. In short, you don't have to worry about starving with us around. Is that so? I'm looking forward to it. Me too. There's so much fun stuff on the Elmo and old friends. Not just the guys from Griffin, but new friends. We can make new friends too, right? Zhang Yu tightens her grip on the steering wheel, eyes sparkling. She fantasizes about the future. Zhaohui says nothing, listening quietly. Man, I want to head back to the campsite now and see the big look on JJ and Faye's face when I tell him the agreement's been loosened. Hold on tight, Commander. I'm putting pedal to the metal. No, our gas efficiency, Zhang Yu. Our gas. Zhang Yu mutters about the agreement to herself as she speeds all the way back. Soon as the jeep lurches to a halt. Commander, we've arrived. He eagerly dismounts and runs up to Diane and Faye. The flurry of wild gesticulation that follows tells me, even without words, she's informing them about the agreement. Sure enough, Diane and Faye run up to me. Commander, is what Zhang Yu really said true? Is the agreement nullified? Annulled? Yeah. Strictly speaking, it's because the terms have been loosened after the previous assistance to 404. You're allowed to stay on the Elmo. Don't mind following me in my wanderings. You can come back and stay with me permanently after the contract's finished. It's wonderful. I've been looking forward to the day when I can officially join the Elmo. The day I could return to your side for good, Commander. Diane strokes the pendant on her wrist. Me too. I'll follow you anywhere, Commander. Doesn't matter where you go. Monsoon Squad was always about traveling, after all. Well, if you're willing, I have no reason to refuse you. Seems your leader still hasn't chimed in yet. Look towards Zhaohui. She's keeping her distance after she got down from the vehicle. Zhang Yu and the others look expectantly towards her, expecting Zhaohui to respond with a smile. Anne's expression is colored further with concern and worry. Expected, Zhaohui toys with the knife she's holding. expression cool and even as ever. We haven't reached the deadline for the suggestion yet. My answer is the same as before. You want me to join the Elmo? I will need to consider it, but I will not stop you. Huh? What's there to consider? Commander's super reliable. You don't need to overthink this. You know, I've always been waiting for this to happen. Her turns chilly. Diane steps forward and carefully ventures a question. So Zhaohui and Fei are just fighting at all times. Understood. Never asked before, is there a reason you're reluctant to join us, Zhaohui? Doesn't answer. She keeps rubbing the handle of her knife. Listening to her reaction, I sigh inside. I won't get the answer out of her today. After patting the arrows on the shoulder, I chuckle quietly. Oh, she needs to think about it. We don't have to press her for an answer today. The troop will be performing for a while. You can always decide once the contract is done. Released from the shackles. Who were? The bandits? I guess it was us. The week-long schedule of shows is winding down. Wait, I don't want to hear myself anymore. Please hold. Can y'all hear me? Well, that's hold on. That's weird. Well, it says I'm still making sounds. I'm not muted. Oh, there we go. The heck? My headphones went bloop. All right, I fixed it. Back to your regularly scheduled programming, everyone. I hope you've been taking notes, kids. The test will be on Friday. And if you fail, we will feed you to the foragers. Wow. All right, it is working. Cool. During this time, the foragers are still active in the wilderness, but they don't harass the troop. Tech Ada fears doesn't take place. The troop's performance receives glowing reviews, except there just isn't that much audience because everyone's gone. The night before the final performance, the troop's campsite is brightly lit. Members of the troop are gathered in the heart, nervously preparing for their last show. When daybreak comes, I shall go with... Ida, mind your blocking. Sorry, let's do it over. When daybreak comes, I shall go for the wind, onward to a kingdom on the faraway clouds. Ida, your delivery was too stiff. Sorry, Second reminder, Ida stumbles a little as she gets to her feet. Even the most clueless actor could tell she's not in the right state of mind for a rehearsal. Director sighs and pats Ida on the shoulder. Okay, you can't hear me? Cool. Weird. Relax. If you're not feeling well, go rest up a little. We'll go over the other portions. Thank you. Ida nods to the director in gratitude and slinks away from the stage. Zhaohui rises from her seat in the audience, silently following her. Miss Ida, when humans are bothered by something, they feel better when they talk to holes in trees. There's something bothering. Why not tell me about it? Nothing else, my color scheme is 70% similar to a tree hole. I figure out how to provide 70% of the functionality. Wow, that was a terrible joke. I had to freeze up and carefully look Zhaohui up and down for bursting into laughter. Zhaohui, is this always how you comfort your friends? Not always, but right now it seems to be working. Thank you, I do feel a little better. On seeing the sadness in Ida's eyes has abated a little, so he walks over to Ida's side. Are you feeling anxious about tomorrow's show? Yeah, I believe Paris's parents won't give up easily. Miss Ida, I don't know what will happen. As an actor, your sole duty is to deliver your performance. Ensuring the show is safe is Monsoon's squad's duty. Got it. Thank you, Miss Zhaohui. Sorry for subjugating you to that terrible performance. No matter what happens, tomorrow I'll perk myself up and prep for it. Ida smiles and nods to Zhaohui and turns to head back to the stage. Zhaohui watches Ida leave, noting the extra spring in her step as she returns to the audience seats. After the rehearsal in a corner of camp, having confirmed the tasks and preps are complete, Zhaohui is about to head back to rest when she feels a weight on her shoulder. Ambush successful. JJ, Faye, come quick. Oh no, we're kidnapping her. Having managed to grab Zhaohui's shoulder, Zhang Yu excitedly waves the others over. Diane and Faye have arrived, flanking her. Faced with their ambush, Zhaohui raises her hands in resignation. I don't recall a pre-show celebration on the cards. Not really a celebration, we just have some questions. Faye rubs her head, expression turning serious. That is to say, what do you think of the commander? What do you think? Yeah, we were all in a rush to help the commander, so we probably didn't have much of a chance to talk to her. But now it's just Monsoon Squad and the commander. And you've been with her for so long already. Surely you made up your mind by now, right? That show's tomorrow. Zhaohui, no matter what you're planning to do, won't you sit down and talk things through with us? Your final decision? Yeah. I hate how you just... I'm eating a banana right now. Well, I like to imagine Zhang Yu is eating a banana. And like, maybe like a bow. And like in between bites, she's like, yeah. And how you like just up and left the elbow pouch saying anything? I'm sorry. I was trying to make my decision after commission's complete. Discuss things with the commander. I didn't think I would cause so much trouble for everyone. Huh. Who says you're causing trouble, Zhaohui? You're always so decisive, whenever most of the time. Why are you all hesitant? You know each other for so long. Can't you just tell us if you got something on your mind? Zhaohui, you can just tell us directly if you have doubts or questions. Matsu's been through a lot over the years. We've faced it together, haven't we? Yeah, in the past, you're always the one to come up with plans when we got into trouble. Now you're in trouble, so you should tell us about it. We're a team. Thank you. I'll be frank then. I have reservations about joining the Elmo, yes. Not related to the Elmo, but rather my past. Looks down at the scars on her hands. A moment later, she looks at Diane. I want my choice to be meaningful, so I'm sorry. I can't give an answer now. Diane steps forward and gently grabs Zhaohui's hand. All right, Zhaohui. We didn't approach you tonight to ask you to do anything. We wanted to tell you that you've always been a great leader all these years. Yeah, you might have it out for me, but you're like... actually pretty trustworthy as squad leader. Monsoon might not be here if it wasn't for your ideas. I agree. I wouldn't follow orders from just anyone. We truly hope we can continue traveling with you. I hope so too. I will seriously consider the matter of our future. After knowing the Monsoon Squad is almost done, I head over and knock lightly on a tent pole. Sorry to interrupt. I'd like to talk about the campsite's defensive posture tomorrow. What do you have in mind, Commander? I believe villagers haven't given up on the big fish the troop represents. Two attacks on Ida weren't coincidence, merely probes. Are you using them to determine how well the troop was protected? Yeah, well, the mental image of disciplined villagers seems strange. If they're planning on making a haul, they'd want to hold back till the tour was over and the temporary guards were gone. I don't want anything to happen after we leave. Rather than leave the villagers free, I'd rather look for a chance to put an end to the matter. We gotta kill these hobos. This why you keep sending Miss Groza to after the villagers in the past few days? I thought you were gonna mind your own business. Come on, it's not like bounty hunters only have collapsed pieces on the mines. Besides, I also want to bang, bang, bang. As gunshots and explosions outside the campsite interrupt my words, shattering the silence of the night. Oh no, it's the hobos, run! They came after all. Ladies, prepare for a fight. Oh! No, they got cars.
了解，太长了。
I'm probably just going to end up not having any of Monsoon Squad. I'm just going to skip all of them. I'm so sorry, Monsoon Squad. I like you, but I got to skip someone. Look, it's not my fault. They're competing with Springfield's team and Squad 404. Fuck. And potentially the AR squad in the future? Maybe, maybe not. Either way. Either way. Y'all know we gotta make sacrifices. Being Big Boss. Being Girls Frontline Big Boss means making sacrifices.
为您服务。
Villagers attacked settlement are swiftly beaten back by Monsoon Squad and Groza's combined efforts. Campsite was caught in the crossfire. A lot of the intricate backdrops and stage is destroyed. Anything even remotely valuable in the backstage area has vanished. Campus is in uproar. Troop managers frantically shuttling between the stage, the admin tent, the costume racks, totaling up losses while we try to help out. As an actor runs over, "Manager, it's bad. Ida's gone." "What? Tell me. Be clear. What happened?" "Cast is doing a head count. We can't find Ida." Someone mentioned they saw several villagers going after her when the campsite was attacked. Someone was guiding them. I think it was the people who came to cause trouble earlier. Wait a minute. The troublemakers from inside were inside men for the hobos? Varys' parents hired the villagers who attacked the troop? Think so. You considered how Ferris died. Why would her family hire the same hobos who possibly killed him? Jiang Yu's your favorite. I do like Jiang Yu. Underground markets are chaotic, hard to manage. It's likely the commission to cause trouble was coincidence. Villagers needed an inside man. That's right, the tour is publicized. The villagers had their eye on the troop for some time. The commission put out by the Ferris family gave them the perfect excuse to sneak around the campsite without arousing suspicion. Would they do that? Don't they only know how to wave guns around? Normally, yeah, but these villagers have grown a brain in the past few months. Commissions involving them have gotten harder and harder to complete. Well, they're fairly amateurish in combat. Their ability to strategize seems to have evolved. Why are we talking about them like they're orcs? like, why are we talking about the hope? Most of these guys are going to be veterans from World War III. Because everyone in this world is a veteran from World War III. What do you mean amateurish? Damn, what do we do now? Son ringtone from I guess if it's been like 20 years since World War III happened, they could be like teenagers and stuff. You know, people in the young 20s. Fair enough. Anyways, ring ring. Manager frowns, picks up. We hear a girl scream. As her girl voice is cut off, replaced by a short-tempered voice. Heard that? The lead actress is in my hands. Bring her ransom by tomorrow. I'm warning you, don't try anything fancy or the chick dies. Call cuts off and the campsite goes quiet. Cacophony of voices erupts and panic swallows the troop. Ida's voice. They kidnapped her. The director, manager, what do we do? We trust the villagers. At the clamor, manager walks over to me, a look of helplessness in her eyes, and tightly squeezes my hand. Please save Ida. We'll try to get the ransom together, but we can't let anything happen to Ida again. All right, calm down. No matter what. We can finish. Zhaohui's already walked up to us. Commander, allow me to handle the rescue. I've seen enough kidnappings to last me a lifetime. The scum only know how to bully the weak and torment others. Oh, she knows about kidnappings. I don't know how people live in the contamination zones, but stepping in when I see injustice being done is how I live. I've seen it happen. I can't turn a blind eye to. Zhaohui, no, don't say that. Oh, my paladin-loving heart. Please, we'll give her a couple. Zhaohui's eyes narrow as I stop her. Don't get me wrong. Calm down and listen to me. I massage the space as I take her between my eyes, as I take in her guarded attitude and suspicions. Really misunderstood me. Take my head and look her in the eye. Feel the same way you do. I can't stand aside after seeing this. It has nothing to do with being a bounty hunter. Stopping you comes from my experience as a bounty hunter. I think there's a better solution. Right, because I still don't know who is kidnapping her. Is it being the family doesn't make sense at this point? It's kind of weird, right? So who's doing all the kidnapping? Why is this kidnapping, and when will he wake up? That was bad. Inside a darkened corner of the villager warehouse, I secretly slip a thin razor blade from between my layers of clothing. Or the calm look on Zhaohui's face as she slipped it in my sleeve. Carried this blade with me all this time for situations like this, when I'm trapped among the enemy. You're willing to take the risk, Commander? I'll give you this blade. Blade is sharp. Careful not to cut your fingers when you retrieve it. Feel for the blade. Take advantage of the fact there's nobody there to cut the ropes binding. Soon the ropes fall apart behind me, and I work my shoulders to free myself. I tuck the little razor blade back in my thick sleeve. It nicks my fingertip, and coolness oozes from the point of contact. Ow! It is sharp. Ignore the pain in my finger and fish out the micro communicator in my collar. Hardly any delay. Plan successful. I'm inside the Verger warehouse. Your definition of success is being defeated and captured so they can throw you in the warehouse, trussed up like a turkey? Hey, it beats mindlessly charging in. The place seems lightly guarded. The rope work is sloppy. These Vergers aren't that experienced. Oh yeah, the knife was useful though. As long as you're safe. Found Ida. Ida's in another corner. I think she's fainted. Go wake her up. Wait for my signal. How are you and Zhang Yu? Ready to move on your signal? Aight. I hang up and approach the corner where Ida is lying. Her face is pale as she lies on cold ground, hands tied behind her. Her tired body is curled up into a... I bend down and cut her bonds, pat her shoulder for calling her name. Ida, Ida, wake up. After a while of this, Ida weakly opens her eyes. Seeing me, she grabs hold of my sleeves. Her eyes go wide and fill with tears. Please help me, it's them. Ah, it's the ones who killed her friend and all the PMC guys? Zhaohui, Diane, and Zhang Yu hide behind the rocks, keeping a watchful eye on the nearby Vergers. Sounds of merriment and laughs come from within. They're celebrating their recent victory. Zhang Yu pouts in annoyance as she crouches by the rock pile, bored out of her mind. I'm so bored. Why isn't Commander given the signal yet? Patient. Did you about to butt heads with the Commander yesterday? Why are you willing to listen all of a sudden? That was then. This is now. Zhaohui's eyes do not leave the Verger campsite even as she delivers her flat reply. Oh, I get it now. You realize how trustworthy the Commander is, haven't you? You remain silent. The command comes over the comm channel. Zhaohui, go. Acknowledged. All right. I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all. We're poised to attack. What's the situation, boss? All right. Everything's good. Let's open fire. This is what you get for partying without a license. All right. What do we got? What do we got? After, well, there we go. No. Speaking of Girls Frontline, any Girls Frontline characters y'all are looking forward to or hoping will come out soon? For me, Springfield is like, I'm not gonna lie, Springfield and Macchiato are like 70% of the reason I downloaded GFL 2. So that's why Zhaohui just does not get pulled for that hard, because Springfield. It's a big deal, okay? After Springfield comes out, I'm like, whatever. Unless Sopbo comes out, unless AR-16 Sop mod comes out, I'm kind of whatever. After saying this transmission to Zhaohui, I instruct Ida to hide in a corner. Your Ida is well hidden. Take cover behind a heap of junk. My gun ready in case we're attacked. Gunshots fill the air. Gunfire draws closer. Someone kicks the main door, and a familiar form rushes in. All right, M4 Sop mod 2. That's what she is. Right. Commander, Ida, we're here. As Zhaohui rushes over her side, then nods to us. Zhang Yu and Diane are covering. Come on, side path we can use to leave. Can't leave now, not like this. Why? Took a commission from Ida. Zhaohui raises an eyebrow. Time is tight, I'll cut to the chase. She recognizes these guys. I did, Miss Zhaohui. I've seen them before. Ida's eyes fill with anger. She tightens her grip on Zhaohui's arm. Her voice trembles. I was brought here. I saw their leader, the Verger's leader. He was wearing a necklace. I remember. That necklace is a birthday gift from her family. Ferris cherished it. She wore it everywhere. I'm certain of it. He was the one who led the Vergers that attacked me in Ferris. Correct. I made a request. She wants me to kill everyone. I accept. Now, Zhaohui, you have a choice. Will you help me clear out this nest of Vergers? It's more dangerous than getting Ida to safety. The first time, there's an almost imperceptible smile on Zhaohui's face. Shit. Why didn't you start with that? It would be my pleasure. Why don't you just start with violence? We would have gotten along swimmingly. You want MDR and DP12? That reminds me on the China servers, they did show off AA12, and I love AA12. So I will absolutely... Yeah, so I got to get Springfield, and I got to get AA12. I love AA12. I'm not going to lie, she is like... I'm not going to lie, everything about AA12 is like, oh yeah, you don't want to mess with that. That's a red flag, and I'm like, as I put on my red tinted glasses. Anyways, it's your old scrap metal causing havoc in my camp, the Overfaller. Your name is Overfaller? Get in here, knock this guy's head off. Everyone, get in here. Man, good old Hearthstone. Does anyone play that anymore? Probably not. Anyways, Zhaohui, keep a tight watch on them. Don't let even one of these scrubs escape. Understood. They're so formal with their language in this game, and then sometimes the commander calls them scrubs. And I'm just like, huh. Oh, okay. Like, she's not wrong. These bros are scrubs. Why does Kolfa have nicknames such as Colgate? Oh, that's an easy one. Is AA12 server trauma? I mean, it's been 10 years. There's plenty of time for her to get new traumas. New and exciting traumas. But the reason Kolfa is Colgate and Colson Chan and all those names is because her name is Kolfa. And that's very unfair to her, but the reality is that I think for a lot of people, Kolfa isn't like a name a lot of, at least Western people, have ever heard. So, as a result, they're just like, what the fuck kind of name is Kolfa? You know what I mean? It's just not a name they understand. Let's head one moment next to Night of Virtue. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Faye kills hobos on sight. Kolfa kills hobos on sight. And now Zhaohui loves killing hobos. Really, we are just assembling an army of android women that hate hobos for some reason. They hate bandits. But yeah, it's mostly because she has an unusual name that people aren't used to thinking of as a name. That and the fact that her name is similar enough to Colgate that, like, it's a pretty easy joke. Zhaohui and I coordinated with each other and cornered the Verger leader. What should we do now? There's no police stations in the contamination zone. Do it the bounty hunter way. Either you hold your peace forever or you leave no regrets behind. Comes a scum, I wouldn't live with myself if I spared him. Bang. Little gunshot fills the air and the bulky man wearing a necklace slumps against the wall. Contract closed. Cover a necklace from the man indicates to Zhaohui we should leave. Zhaohui seems a little pleased. I just love killing. You know, Jack, whatever happened about the good things war gave us? Like blowing up the hobos. I turn and head out of the encampment. Time we return this to Ada. 2 days after the Vergers were eliminated. The Dahlia troops campsite is abuzz with activity. Tonight, Daybreak's oath will be performed in this settlement for the last time. Night has fallen. Temporary seating is packed with audience members who have come from nearby settlements. The show progresses. The sound of applause or sniffling comes from the seat. Final scene arrives. All eyes are on the girl in the center stage, illuminated by spotlights. Oh my god. Yo, those spotlights are so hot. Ugh. Ugh. And, oh, she's dressed up to be in, like, this ramshackle area. She's wearing a lot of layers. Oh, my God. Be so hot. I'm sorry, my very best friend. Please forgive me for bidding you farewell. For last night, I received word from the Goddess of Dawn. She told me when daybreak comes, I shall go with the wind, onward to a kingdom in the faraway clouds. My dear beloved friend, do not be saddened by this parting, but you know it has always been my wish to become that faint ray of light illuminating the dark night. She recites her line, a twinkle of light blossoms in her hand. She holds up a radiant mote and descends from the stage into the audience seats so she arrives for a man and a woman. So from now on, oh, it's the parents. It's the parents. From now on, as long as you see the sky at dawn, remember that ray of daybreak. Know that I wish you well. Let this necklace be proof of our pact. No matter where you may be, as long as you need it, it shall become as the daybreak defends you. That, Ida gently lifts her hand and deposits Ferris' necklace into the couple's hands. Ida bows deeply to the two of them. I am so sorry. Zhaohui and I watched the end of the show from an unobtrusive corner of the audience. Does Kolfo have a Digimind Corbett? I don't see why not. After seeing Ida finally embrace Ferris's parents, even Zhaohui's cool expression seems to have softened a little. A good ending, don't you think? It's good the misunderstanding could be resolved. It's good you were willing to testify about the evil deeds of the villagers. Otherwise, her parents would have found the tale hard to believe. So, does that mean our misunderstanding has been resolved? Tell me about your reluctance to join us. Zhaohui is silent. Then she nods. Before joining Monsoon's squad, I was used to traveling alone, dealing with any dangers I encountered by myself. After becoming part of the squad, Diane, Jiangyu, Faye became my friends. We traveled together with the same wish, just like Ida and Ferris. Once thought Monsoon would travel forever. We kept talking about finding their commander. They're still limited by the agreement, so I believe the day when they do so was far off. And think much about what would happen once this agreement ended, or what I would do. I realized that there was a chance for them to go to the Elmo. I hesitated. If everyone else in the band chooses to return to the Elmo, what about me? Zhaohui pauses for a moment. She runs her back up over her knife and looks at me. The members of Monsoon often told me about you and your past. Before I make my decision, I would like to know, what made you walk a path of self-exile? By knowledge, you're not compelled to become a wandering bounty hunter. Oh, me? Gongaga. Darn, is there anyone who's played FF7? Oh, I saw my chance and I took it, baby. Look up at the sky. Too many scenes from the past flashed before my eyes. Exactly what made me choose my present course. Think of the flames from that explosion. The one-sided farewell. For to give all that some meaning, I chose to sign the agreement as much as I loathed its terms and the fact that I had done so. Emotions fly into disarray. I shake my head. My gaze settles on the stage. Perhaps it was for these people, Ferris, Ida, the audience members watching the play just like you. Perhaps I could have chosen a better paying way of life. If I had, I'd be taking and carrying out orders. Boarding the Elmo, I could follow my heart, help people who needed saving. Then again, maybe I just did it for myself. I'm sorry. I can't answer your questions. I haven't accomplished anything yet. Is that what you wanted to hear, Zhaohui? Why I'm forming Outer Haven? Doll Outer Haven for android women. Zhaohui remains silent. The night shrouds that poker face. Looks down at the scars on her hand, the vague sense of confusion in her eyes. Once I simply did as I was told, never questioning the righteousness of my actions or the lack thereof. Were you used to kidnap people? I think she was. After that, I learned I could choose for myself. And so, you chose Monsoon. Not just Monsoon. When I joined Monsoon, I chose the future I wanted. What kind of future will you choose now? Hey, there's the picture. Zhaohui looks up. There we go. She is pretty, though. We can give her 2 rolls. If she doesn't show up in 2 rolls, then we're done. She stares into my eyes. The confusion from before is gone. Commander, I'm not like Diane and the others. I've not experienced days of fighting by your side in Griffin. That is why I cannot immediately decide to board the Elmo and follow you. Of course, unlike all dolls who join the Elmo to do so of their will. This commission allowed me to get the measure of your character. My friends in Monsoon trust you completely. I think I can try to trust you too, Commander. In the past, I chose to travel with Monsoon Squad. Now I can think I can choose a future, traveling with the Elmo. Surely a journey with you would be a pretty good one. Am I wrong? With that, Zhaohui watches me. Well, in terms of doing good and stopping evil, it ought to be pretty good. We are fighting essentially the Umbrella Company mixed with the Brotherhood of Nod. You don't know about that part. They're pretty bad. Upon hearing my answer, Zhaohui smiles that barely visible smile. From now on, Tactical Doll Zhaohui shall join the Elmo. Here's to jolly cooperation. Fuck, she gets 310 rolls. Jolly cooperation, yo! Yo! Zhaohui's a sun bro. She engages in jolly cooperation with the rest of us sun bros. Let's go, Dark Souls! It's late at night. The bustling crowds have receded. The actors have cleared away their costumes and props and are now taking a break, leaving the campsite silent at last. Just as I'm about to return to my tent, I hear a familiar, gentle voice behind me. Commander, you have a moment. Diane, what are you doing here? Is the matter? I came to return you this. Diane smiles as she approaches me. She extends a hand, revealing the intricate pendant in her palm. Thunderbolt-shaped symbol on the pendant gleams in the night. That's... Thoughts return to a time years ago. Before I officially reunited with Diane, certain requests led the Elmo traveling near the green zone. There I received her signal, a blue ribbon brought back by Groza after she returned from a mission in a satellite city. Without news, without a message, we were separated by just a purification zone. These were the limitations imposed by the agreement, and a sign of Diane's care and concern. Groza's suggestion I had her pass Diane the pendant. This was a keepsake you had Miss Groza give me. I remember the words she told me that day. Bathed in lightning and rain, silently, waiting amidst the storm. The blue-white flash shall one day be seen. And that's why I wear nothing but blue and white every day. The origin of the name Elmo and the What is the origin of the name Elmo? All I think of is the Muppet. Does it have a cool origin? Is that a cool name? I don't know. I just think of the Muppet. And also the promise you made with me, is it not, Commander? I carried this pendant with me during our time apart. It got me through countless lonely days. My thoughts were of you and gave me the strength to keep moving forward. Thanks to its existence, I believed one day I would be reunited with you, Commander. Right. Rain and storm have passed. Welcome back to the Elmo, Diane. Look toward Diane, just about to retrieve the pendant. She pulls her hand back. She holds it in her palm, looking tenderly upon it, as though she were caressing it with her gaze. Commander, the truth is, I have a request to make of you. Though we're reunited, I've always etched the meaning of this pendant onto my heart. If I might, could I continue to hold on to it? I'll always cherish the spirit in which it was given. Still holding the pendant, and gazes into my eyes, her face flushing a faint pink. Of course. No, give it to me. We're broke, Diane. I have to sell the pendant. We'll never pay. We can't afford gas. Shortly afterwards, in the Elmo, several dolls who have traveled from afar are gathered at the foot of the massive vehicle. Twin-tailed girl tugs on the hand of the blue-clothed girl, hopping around excitedly in front. I'm so happy, Jeje. We've returned to the Elmo again. And if you're not familiar, Jeje is Big Sister. They're Chinese, okay? That's why she always says Big Sis, because she's calling her Jeje. It's what you would do. Oh yes, I didn't expect we'd come back. And now our dear leader Zhaohui has returned with us. Yep, Monsoon's back together. this really all right? The agreement. Relax. Commander said our friend in the non-military forces administration, Miss Kalina, help us take care of it. We don't have to worry about paperwork. Poor Kalina. Death by paperwork. Let's enjoy our reunion with the commander. Wow, is that the commander coming out? I'm feeling nervous all of a sudden. That's unusual. Didn't think the day would come when Monsoon's best drummer is blushing. Zhaohui, you're making fun of me like this? No! Yo, that's the thing I'm sensitive about. I'll simply trying to add to the mood. An opportunity presented itself. I guess it worked pretty well, no? Oh, wow. Zhang Yu runs to the Elmo, and Diane follows in resignation. Pei strides into the Elmo, too. Zhaohui walks at the back at a leisurely pace. Does the future hold for Monsoon Squad? Zhaohui looks up, the person on the Elmo who's waiting for them. Perhaps she will give the answer. I mean, Catelyn has been doing paperwork for 10 years after JFL 1. Which is why now we have to call her Kalina. Thank you. Kalina. We have lost Callan rights. Sorry, only friends get to call me Callan. You're like not even that hot anymore. All right, there we go. That was the event. What did y'all think about it? I am glad it was a side event because, as I've complained about, as much as I hunger for main story, and hunger I do, I think it's stupid how main story is locked behind events that disappear. So them doing that less, as I just buy out everything in the shop, them doing that less is 100% something I am all for. 100%. Beyond that, I thought it was cute. Not... If you skip this event, that is okay. You know, it's cute, but it's not necessary, right? And while I did like it, they are like, yo, these villagers, someone's in the shadow organizing them. And the answer is not really. I think their leader just really hates actors. Right? Like, no, their leader just regularly murders actors for some reason. Which is like, all right, man. Kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Kind of a weird hobby. You do you, but a weird hobby. Oh crap, I keep forgetting to do these. Well, we're not getting these rewards. Ah, shit. We can win too. We can. I don't think I can get the rewards. I think it's too late. I keep forgetting that these things exist. We just have to do this twice. Pop a stamina pill. I got a billion of them. Kolfa. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. So Kolfa does erase her data mine backup. She does erase her backup core when she left the Elmo to attack the villagers on her own, right? But now that she's back at the Elmo, we would have re-uploaded her backup core, so she could be put into a diner gate if she died. This is true. All right, now we have the survivors mode. Oh, I think I have just enough time to get that reward. Nice. Let's try the survivors mode. Oh, it's going to be locked to easy again. Suomi's support. Huh. Interesting. Yo, we can pick Cheetah for the vampire survivors. What does she do? She shoots wicked fast, so she's replacing Suomi, right? So I'm assuming she throws... Whereas Suomi had shields and rapid fire, Cheetah, assumably, throws bombs, right? Honestly, I feel like the devs really love Cheetah, which kind of surprises me in the sense that they don't do that much with Cheetah. Advanced fire rate, advanced bullet damage. I want both of these, But she already fires very fast, so let's up our bullet damage before our fire rate. All right. Ooh, regular bullet damage up. That might be really good if we stack both. Well, what's her special? 50% chance of leaving behind a gadget bomb every second. Interval decreases based on fire rate. Oh, so you do want a massive fire rate. Understood. Gadget bomb explodes after a delay, dealing on-hit damage. And then on the other one, consumes a Dex candy, increasing fire rate. Oh. Okay, so she eats different candies for different buffs as time goes on. Okay, that is totes fine. All right, so let's grab that. Let's grab the bombs. Perfect, perfect. But yeah, no. So Kolfa does canonically have a backup in the Elmo. So she, hundo percento, could be rebuilt. Alright, what else? We could increase move speed. Do we want the move speed? She's pretty fast already. Let's just... Let's just keep upgrading the candy. Oh, there's two upgrade possibilities. Glucose spike or spicy candy. So this is fire rate and bullet speed, or we could go for extra damage. We want fire rate because I picked damage up as a passive already. So let's just shoot wicked fast. Oh, I got hit. Dang it. How do I heal? I don't remember how you heal in this game. I think it's really hard if I remember correctly. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Golden. So we could get more fire rate and bomb explosion, or we could up our bullet damage. Ooh, regular bullet damage plus 50 sounds really good. Oh, and we can get spike. Oh, we get both upgrades. I see. More effective demolition. Regular bullet damage plus 50. Let's go. Pew pew. All right, this is where it gets hard. Oh. Yeah, that was... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm remembering that the hitboxes are actually really unforgiving in the Girls Frontline version of a Survivors game. All right, rapid fire power. Let's up that bullet damage because she already gets so much fire rate. Well, maybe for her you don't up bullet damage, you just up flat damage. Bullet size? Why would I do that? I think that's really what I would want, right? Yeah, we'll just grab fire rate. Grab both bullet damage and fire rate. I know. Don't look at it. Don't look at the score. Don't look at the score. We'll get a better one later. Don't look at it. Alright, and then I could up base bullet damage and just... Because these will always be available, right? Yeah, let's up base bullet damage, and now we'll pick up her special unique passives. Now that we have all the base passives that we can upgrade to max as we keep going on. I can reduce the hitbox size. Yeah, which is why Sabrina was so bad. Because Sabrina gets a bigger hitbox size, and it's like, bruh. That is not what we need right now. I love that you're thick, girl, but you are painfully sick. Range and bullet? That's good. Candy. I don't really need range on her. There's going to be enough enemies. Get bolt sizes for Macchiato. Yeah, exactly. Because Macchiato fires piercing shots. Oh, logistical support. This is how you get HP back. That might be worth it. We don't need it now, though. We can pick up spicy candy and simply up our damage output. Remember, the more damage you do in any survivors game, the faster you wipe enemies. Faster you wipe enemies, the more XP you get. The more XP you get, guess what? The more damage you get. Because you level up, right? Super, super worth. Oh yeah, we're at the one-shot threshold with a high fire rate. Very, very much worth it. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Kind of reminds me, I don't even know why this reminds me of that. So, I've been playing some Warhammer Darktide. A lot of Warhammer Darktide because they released a new class where you play as the Arbites, which are, they're just Judge Dredd in Warhammer 40k. God, I love Darktide. It's such a good game. It really is. It was deeply underbaked when it came out. Holy cow. But nowadays, it's very, very good. Not to mention that I feel like we're in a golden age of the horde, of the co-op horde shooter. Like horde fighting game. We are really in a golden age. Darktide is great. Helldivers is great. Deep Rock Galactic is great. And beyond just that, Killing Floor 2. Y'all, Killing Floor 2. Yeah, let's up move speed and reduce our hitbox a little. Killing Floor 2 is coming out in a month. How nuts is that? Yo, I love Killing Floor. I played so much Killing Floor. Oh yeah, Space Marine 2 as well. I know Space Marine 2 just got a horde mode, and I've heard... Right, it was easy mode, so it's forcibly shorter. I heard Space Marine 2 is doing really good, which is great. I wasn't, to be honest, I was kind of meh on Space Marine 2. It's a good game, but compared to like if I could boot up Space Marine versus Darktide or Helldivers, personally, I am very much booting up one of the other games. But hey, it's still very solid, and I am very, very glad. Do we just... All right, let's make our girl extra thick. Sabrina's getting large. Oh, fire rate. Thank God we need fire rate boost on her so bad. Oh, I took a hit already. Goddamn. What is Killing Floor? Well, Elvin, Killing Floor is... Oh, it's like... I want to say 20 years old now. Well, maybe like 18, 16 or 18 years. Either way, Killing Floor is pretty old these days. It is range and bullet size. Range might, well, once you get enough enemies, range isn't that valuable. Killing Floor is a co-op zombie horde shooter. The first one is like 16, 18 years. Killing Floor 2 is, I think, like 10 years old. They're finally making another Killing Floor game after a very long time. It really has been quite a while. But they're really fun. They're very charming. The first one was made by a small indie British team. The game was painfully British, which is fundamental to their memes. Like all of the memes and concepts of the game among the community is so reliant on how British the game is. Like when you toss money on the ground for your friends to get some money, they don't say like, hey guys, go grab some cash. They go, dosh, cash here, grab it while you can. And it's just like, oh my God. It's very British, and that's part of the fun. But what's important is that it's a really good class-based zombie horde shooter where the zombies, what's really key with them compared to most zombie shooters, which are, let's be honest, boring as dirt. Oh my God, I got hit from that. Sabrina, you're so thick. Please. She's so thick, I can't stop. No, I can't see how thick she is. She's bumping into everything. What's key is that the zombies themselves are very well designed, and there's a lot of types of zombies in Killing Floor that are countered by the different classes. So like you have stealth zombies that are invisible. that the assault rifle class can see better to counter. You have certain zombies weak to flamethrowers, certain zombies weak to explosives, and so on and so forth. And this helps to give the team more of a cohesive teamwork need, as opposed to most horde zombie shooters, which have this core problem that you're just dumping fire into bodies that don't do anything, right? They don't change. There's nothing unique or interesting about them. Helldivers 2 isn't available in your country. You should check again. I heard a couple weeks ago they removed a lot of the restrictions for Helldivers 2. So there's a possibility that it is available for your country now. However, it's not every country that got the restrictions removed, sadly. But I know it was a lot of them. But the whole Sony thing is still stupid at the end of the day. Ugh, what a pain. What a pain. For those unaware, Helldivers 2 had a problem where Sony, who owns Helldivers 2, right? They paid for it and sponsored the company that made it. They decided in their infinite foolishness to basically scream, nah, no one's allowed to play. No one's allowed to play unless you make a Sony account, because some Sony executive promised he'd get enough account signups or something, and then decided to remove the game from sale from any region on the world that doesn't have the Sony network, which, if you didn't know, is actually like a lot of countries. It's only like 35 countries. It's still out. Hate to hear it. Hate to hear it. Max move speed. This girl is too thick. We can't fit her through door. Oh, speaking of being thick. I was cleaning out one of my cups. This cup has a nice little metal, it's like a tea holder. I don't know how to. Oh my gosh, she is a black hole of food. Oh, she looks so happy. It has a little metal tea holder that goes in the big mug, right? So you can put like loose leaf tea or something in it to soak in the water. And it's very nice. I was given it as a gift, and I'm actually very happy to have it. But I put the tea holder in my pocket because I was just filling it with some cold water and I wanted to put ice in it, right? And then me, in my stupidity, bumped my fat hips, my big old hips, into the... oh my god, so many bullets, let's go! Bumped my hips into the counter, the kitchen counter, while I was grabbing stuff, and went ow as I felt this bending because I bumped the metal tab on the loose leaf holder into the counter and bent it, and I felt so bad. I felt so dumb, much like Sabrina walking her butt into all of these hitboxes. I too apparently am just too damn thick. When I signed up for leg day, I didn't sign up for this. Oh no. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Panzer. Well, hey, at least if you can play, play what you can, right? We get what we can. We get what we can at the end of the day. But. What was I saying? Right. Yeah, so I bent the middle tab. Fortunately, it's a thin enough tab, and I bent it back by hand to make it more or less straight. And this is like a tab, so when it's hanging on the cup, you can just reach over and grab it and pull it out easily. So it's just a little metal tab that hangs over. Nothing big, but it'll never be perfectly straight, right? It'll never be perfectly straight again, and that feels really bad. That just sucks. Pew, pew, pew. But hey, if you can play Space Marine, that's something. At least you can play that, unlike Sony. The weird thing is with Helldivers, I know, is that if you own the game on Steam and then they took away access to purchasing it, you could still play it on Steam. So I'm not saying a VPN allows you to present yourself from a different nation. However, I would never, because that would be bad and wrong. However, ow. All right, this is right. I'm remembering why frontline survivors can be kind of hard. What? I got hit? Oh, shit. Really? Really? That counted as a hit? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, we did it. No, I died? I died while my repulsion field was active? This thing is useless. This thing is useless. Let's not pick repulsion field. This is Sabrina 12? Why are you 12? What? Sabrina, what does that mean? Why are you Sabrina 12? Is it because you're the Mossberg 12? Oh, that's probably it or something, huh? I don't remember her exact gun. I think it's the Mossberg? I don't remember. What options we got? Yeah, apparently don't take the repulsion field. That shit don't work. That shit don't even function. Alright, what can we do? What can we do? Logistical support. We'll grab that later. Move speed up. Bullet damage. I actually do want the range boost. It's kind of a big deal for her because her range is so bad. Once the enemy starts shooting back, it is something we need. Alright, she's SPA's 12. Right. Alright, that's fair enough then. I'm just not used... I didn't know she actually calls herself Sabrina 12, right? She's like, I like this name. But also, like, I'm still 12. I just really like the number 12. What can I say? It defines who I am. Alright, we got more bullets. Ow, ow, ow. Pow, pow. Can I get fire rate? Oh, thank God. Fire rate. The thing she needs most. You generally want to grab whatever upgrade your character natively lacks. Right? Because Sabrina does a lot of damage, but she fires too slow. Yeah, I would have gotten hit in those later in the game. I can't kill anything. I can't hit the EXP. Sabrina, please. Please. Hip check them into oblivion. I know you can do it. Why are these guys not moving? Whatever. I'll take it. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? Bonus HP, bonus damage off HP. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh yeah. Damn it, I got damaged. Alright, I guess I need to go buy that healing mod. Because health is very hard to get in this game, unfortunately. Ow. But yeah, anyways, Killing Floor 3 is coming out. Unfortunately, those devs, from what I'm aware, they made a few games that just didn't. They were not particularly well regarded. They kind of went back to Killing Floor 2 after a bit because their other games, everyone was like, it's not great, man. That is unfortunate, but I do have high hopes for Killing Floor 2. I got high hopes. And if it fails, that's fine. I'll just go back to playing some Dwark Tide. There's the healing. Oh, I have so much range. This is so nice. Remember how I'm like, I don't need range. There's too many enemies. Me, when I get range. Oh, thank God. Oh, the range. I'm very good. What can I say? More range and damage, or we can restore HP. Let's go for that. I want to stay thick. That's where my damage comes from being thick. You said the same about Payday. Hey, John. Well, the lovely lady behind us, or next to us, is Zhaohui. Zhaohui is the leading lady of the last Girls Frontline event we just played, so I think it's only appropriate she be allowed in the door. I think it's only appropriate. Really? The bottom hitbox is massive on this girl. Her feet. You know what they say about ladies of big feet? Apparently, they got a high defense stat. He said, oh, yeah. But Payday 3, you were like, well, you know, Overkill's last game wasn't good, but Payday, though. Ugh. I'm so glad I did not buy Payday 3. One of my best decisions was to go, I don't want to play Payday right now. Oh, wait. And then I didn't get Payday 3 on release. And then, obviously, I never got Payday 3 because it's bad. For those unaware, Payday is a great game. It is a co-op shooter where it's an Ocean's 11 themed co-op shooter. You go on like heists and robberies. They're very over the top, very silly. You fight thousands of police. Don't worry about it. Like I said, very over the top, very silly. A good time, a fun game series. One is brutally hard, outrageously hard, but people loved it. 2 is a ton of fun, has gotten lots of balance changes. The company made another game that wasn't that good. They kind of went back to Payday 2 to pay the bills from more DLC. And then they made Payday 3, which is bad. Just everything I have heard, it's kind of bad. Fun to play this Soizaros.io. Yeah, I'm playing this because I get rewards in Girls Frontline. This is just their little in-event mini-game. Frankly, if I wanted to play a Survivors game, I would boot up HoloCure. I think HoloCure is the best of the genre, which is so funny because it's entirely 100% volunteer made, and KU, the creator of it originally, just straight up refuses to let anyone give them money. Everyone is like, we love HoloCure. We want to give you money. HoloLive, the company, wants to partner with you so that you can get money. And KU's just like, no, I don't want to. And I get KU has their own like professional job, right? And they're like, yeah, I do this for fun. If I start accepting money from you, it's not for fun anymore. It's no longer a hobby, right? It's a job. And if I make it a job, it's not nearly as relaxing. And I'm like, how are you redefining a new genre as a hobby, sir? Come on, that's not fair. The rest of us are trying our best, and our games aren't nearly as good. It helps that you're using HoloLive, which gives you an unbelievable wealth of experience and beloved characters and people and moments to reference. But you made a damn good game. It's not fair. But yeah, long story short, Sadly, Payday 3, terrible game. It's just, for everything I've seen and heard, it's just has like fundamental flaws to it that are really hard for the game to overcome. Also, when it launched, there were no servers. Like, the servers were so bad you couldn't play the game, which is just, that's just a death sentence, right? Like, bro, if I can't even play the game and you want me to keep caring? I'm not going to keep caring. I can't play. But I'm hoping Killing Floor 3 is good. I know. I'm ready to be disappointed. Sigh. Ooh, gourmet spirit. Let's get extra power. Bop, bop, bop. My girl's thick. Now, the nice thing with Sabrina pulling in the items, because she's a walking black hole of a person, is that I can keep the enemies in a death ball and not have to move them. One difficulty in any game like this, any survivors game, which is basically the genre after Vampire Survivors. I like calling them bullet heavens myself, but most people, you know, if you say a survivors game, they'll know what you're talking about. A big thing with these games is, as you play it, the enemies run around and you kind of ball them up like this to keep shooting into them. But that means all the experience they drop is now in that ball of enemies you can't possibly handle running into. So you have to find a way to run somewhere else and kind of bait them out of the area such that you can now move once again. Ooh, brand new upgrade. Bullet size, damage, loot radius. Just do damage? We could get the repulsion field, but like, I just don't think this thing is that good. I think we just amp our damage even more. 421 damage, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Not the best upgrade, but like, we may as well, you know? Okay, the wide shotgun spread is pretty damn good. It is pretty good, I'll tell you what. Also, by the way, I hope you're doing well, Jean. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I just want the event rewards. Also, I don't mind this game. I like Survivors game. The last one I really played was Deep Rock Survivors, made by the Deep Rock Galactic devs. Ooh, let's get the slow field. We'll stack more slow fields. Made by the Deep Rock Galactic devs. Love me some Deep Rock Galactic. I thought it was a lot of fun to play Deep Rock Survivors. That game is like legitimately hard though. In the sense that often these games reach a point where, like this, I am now a god of death and things cannot even hope to touch me. Deep Rock Survivors is kind of unique, I found, where it's the only Survivors or the only bullet heaven game where you will never reach a point where the enemies can't even hope to touch you. Oh my god. There's so many of them. Like, you can get really strong, but you are running away from the enemies. You know what I mean? Like, they are out to ice you, and they will succeed. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I appreciate it because it makes the end of a run a little less boring. It's just a different vibe. Just a different vibe. Are you doing well? I'm glad to hear it. Oh god, I'm at 1 HP. No, please, I'm too thick to die. Holy shit, how are we only 10 minutes in? I can't really get much stronger, guys. I'm supposed to just keep this up. I really... Okay. Okay, I guess. We'll just keep buffing our slow fields, I guess. We don't really need the damage. I mean, I'll take damage, but it's like 10%. That's not gonna... It's barely gonna matter. Oh my god, she fires so many bullets it just deletes all the enemy shots like a curtain. Oh, I love that for us. I love that for us. Good job, Sabrina. You are good at this. God damn. Now when I go play Cheetah, I'm gonna be like, are you really that good? Well, Sabrina over here is just rocking it. So, what'd you say you do here? Is really Repulsion Field the only option outside of 4 damage? I guess we just keep stacking damage. 730 damage? That's pretty good. Dodge wave approaching. Yeah. I always love killing floor. I think part of the fun is the class system. I like class systems. I know some people like loadout-based systems more than class systems. I've always been a fan of class systems in games. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I grew up playing so much Dungeons and Dragons. It just feels right. And I think the balance is often a little bit... Oh my god, wait. The damage boost from the damage up is multiplicative. It's not additive. Doing 980 now? Holy shit. Oh, you always get the damage up. I see. I see. It's not an optional pick. Anyways, yeah. I always like killing floor. I like playing the shotgun engineer the most because I like shotguns. They go boom. They go boom and ka-chunk real good. I like that sound. Oh yeah, now we're max level. Alright. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, we do 1,000 damage. Holy shit. Oh my god. You love to sing it. We're still being overwhelmed though. Oh, give me a fire rate, thank you. We're still being overwhelmed though. This is kind of unrelated, so I was doing some Pathfinder work. I am half done with editing for a barbarian build guide, so if anyone here likes playing barbarians in their tabletop games, I got you. The class is pretty simple, so I may have gone overboard and made essentially a general build guide for all types of barbarians, at least practical ones. So, you know, I hope people enjoy it. Honestly, my Pathfinder videos always get really good responses. I know I need to make more. It's just, you know, I try not to go out. Why did my bullet not wipe that out? Curious. I try not to go too hard, even if I know something's doing well. It's like, for me, this is very much still just a hobby. And if I go too hard, I'll end up burnt out on it. You know what I mean? We'll end up burnt out on it. So, So it goes. Aha! Now we get the thing where our score goes up every time we get a kill. Every time we level. But the enemies get stronger. And stronger and stronger, yeah. Stronger and stronger, yeah. Boss. And it's dead. Holy shit. Alright, Sabrina is good. Well, we are on normal mode. We aren't on hard mode, so I shouldn't get too crazy. We almost lost with her still. How are we doing? How are we doing on the resources? Enraged. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much a soft enrage. Oh, right. There are permanent upgrades. Right. There are permanent upgrades. I should buy these. Oops. I forgot. This game has mechanics. Oopsie. Alright. Just got a few more. I think I'm going to call it for now, though. I don't feel like playing more at the moment. I'll play a couple more later. But hey, There we go. There is the Girls Frontline 2 Echo of Dawn event. I hope you enjoyed. And hey, if you ever wanted to get this event because you can't read it because they don't put the darn things back into the game after the event ends, they say they will, but they haven't put any of that. Hold on, let's check. Let's check before I badmouth them. Which I shall, because it's funny. Right, they have this endless projections event. I don't know what this is. I should probably do this. Oh, that gives a lot of money. I should do this. I should do that. Anyways, where even are past events? Under battle, past events. Literally 6 months old. The game is 6 months old and we have no past events. That's, you know what I mean? That is silly. Boop. All right, behold, I can shift tab without flashbanging people on accident. Yippee. That is just silly that there's no past events, but I enjoyed that. It was cute. It is optional. That's definitely not a main story kind of event, but I'm glad we can use more of those to develop characters and just kind of vibe on the side a little. Meanwhile, don't mind me. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep because my 2-week vacation is over and I only like yesterday to today-ish finally felt like legitimately rested again. I should probably take vacation before I built up years of vacation. And I'm capping out again. Nah. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? All right. Well, so what do we do next week? I am going to put out a schedule. I was going to do 3 streams of Clair Obscure because I really want to play that game. I'm not going to lie. But Girls Frontline's next event should probably roll soon with Springfield. Oh, right, I was going to pull for Zhaohui. See if I got... well, too late now. Too late now. Oh, well. No, I won't play Clair Obscure. The game is like 2 months old. I've barely gotten out of Act 1. I'm barely in Act 2. Clair Obscure, Expedition 33. So good. Unbelievably good. And I want to go play more of it. I've been traveling all month and I just haven't been able to do anything. I'm not going to lie. I think part of the reason I haven't felt rested is between all the travel and doing stuff and just recovering from that. It's also a lot of me pouring through like documents and emails and videos I saved where I'm like, oh, there's all this stuff. Oh, life is hard. What can I say? But I hope you all are having a good time. I hope you all had a good time. I did too. As always, I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior. If you enjoy it here, hey, welcome in. Feel free to like, subscribe, follow us on Twitch. We stream on both because I'm too lazy to upload my VODs to YouTube, so instead I multi-stream. I'm very good at making simple problems harder. What can I say? I'm very good at making a simple solution very difficult. But I'm going to go rest my voice. I was streaming. I was hopping in and vibing on Shoku Waddle's stream earlier today for quite a few hours, actually. Quite a while. So I have been yapping for a long time. I'm going to go rest my voice. We'll be streaming tomorrow. Probably some Clair Obscure. I'm thinking some Satisfactory on Tuesday and then some more Clair Obscure. I will figure that out. I think this works. That does work. Sick. Great. I'll figure that out. I'll post my schedule on our Discord or on Twitter and Blue Sky. So I also tend to put it on my YouTube. So if you're curious about the specifics, I'll figure it out and put it there. That does remind me, now that I have free time, I really want to run a Pathfinder campaign for some folks. it's kind of a big time investment, and I'm wondering if I want to do homebrew versus like just a purchase campaign. Because homebrew is always better, but bro, I don't have time. I am a working fella and we're streaming and making videos. I should probably just buy a campaign so that I can just run it and modify it, right? Ah, ah, life is so hard. What can I say? All right. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you do well. Make sure and get up yourself, huh? Oh, God, I need to stretch. Ugh. I worked out this morning, which is probably the only saving grace of why my body is not collapsing. So, if you haven't hit the gym lately, I don't know. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying you should consider it. Or at least do some stretches. Go ahead, get some extra water. Look out a window and blink a couple times. You know how it is. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We were doing chest yesterday. I'm starting to feel that. Okay. I'm not going to stretch too deeply. Maybe I should. I probably should. Ah, crap. Okay, that's fine. All right. With that said, be sure and take care of yourself because remember, strong, healthy you, the happier you. And the better off you are, the better you'll do, and the better things will get. In theory. I mean, it's not magic. With that said, hope you have a lovely night, lovely day. Thanks for the hydrate. I'm going to chug this water and maybe get a little bit more as we're going to head out. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely night. YouTube, we must bid you adieu. Twitch side, you want to go somewhere? Do we have anyone cool? All right. Bye, YouTube. All right, Twitch side, you want to go somewhere? Who's even on? I have not looked whatsoever.